Hey everyone! We did yesterday beat up. Oh, that wasn't the wrong difficulty. I always forgot. We did beat up Visa. Yippee. So now that this is done, we can all be set for the rest of this chapter probably. Man, sour plumes. Keep your thoughts in your thoughts. I will keep them in my head. I assume we can. Okay, we will not even know what you're fighting. Oh, we're getting the new Amiya. Let's fucking go. I mean, I kinda knew beforehand, or why, that there's 3 versions of Amiya. So, and animation, let's go. Oh. Look at all the nice flowers. They got a hug, right? Please hug at least. It's not the fancy sort of hatred anymore. I think she kinda has a staff again. Because she's a healer, yeah. Oh. Hey, look at her crown. That is like now half white. Okay. Like, I assume this is really a cutscene stage then.
네가 뭘 하고 싶은지는 이미 알고 있어.
You've proven yourself to me, Amiya. You may carry that brand new power in you, but in no way does it mean you hold the strength to surpass me. I think she already surpassed you. I won't look back until I see the view that awaits me at the end of this path. This conviction of mine, I inherited it from you. Still don't even know what exactly Farisa's mechanics are, but right, okay, that's mean. Cannot just pushing it back. Thanks for that, Bunny. Now, let's do what we gotta do. Farisa, I won't stop here. This will be a cutscene of 20 minutes yapping while Amiya slowly walks to the left. It's interesting that I guess Amiya's also handled like an enemy entity, right? But hey, we have at least visited doing her thing. And she dies. There she goes. My power, my emotions, my determination. I won't give up, Farisa. Right. And this, you know, this has the power of I am a doctor, but Cox gun. What a truly warm flame. Amiya. Missed the boss stage. Yeah, I did the boss stage last stream. To be fair, I will say kinda trivialize it with the modern units, but hey, Sun Boost. How are you doing? You're here again, Amiya. Look, miss, I do you something. It's you and me walking outside and having fun. You can walk again, I swear. I can hear you throwing something on the canteen cabin walls, Amiya. But I can't see anymore. I've been blind since yesterday. Oof. Food Force Nights? I do have no idea what the actual mechanics are. I will say that. Oh, I know. I come in. Don't. I might just... It's alright, miss. I'm infected too, remember? Bubbles' doctors are close, so I'm sure they'll take good care of us. Miss, give me your hand. I'll throw it out for you. Tiny Countess gently takes the hand of the infected patient lying on the sickbed into her own. Black crystals cover her entire body, enchanting originite sheen circulating inside the crystals. It is kinda sad. Like, you know, it is neat to just do the boss stages first try for the sake of catching up, but yeah. At some point, which is in like 5 years, I will go back and maybe do the bosses properly. Amiya knows what this means for the infected. She has seen it before. Her finger earnestly traces a shape on the patient's palm. You said the name you got from your parents is a flower you've never seen. So I drew the flower. I went to ask the doctor and Farisa about it. They brought me to see the real thing. Well, ironically, you will never see the flower. Can you feel it, miss? I'm drawing it on your palm with my finger. The name is so pretty. Was my drawing too messy? I can try again. Little bunny, aren't you scared of me? Huh? Why would I be scared of you? Because It can explode, I guess? Just recently arrived at Babel. I'm fond of you, Amir. You're friends, right? Can you help a friend out? Can you just finally release me from the mortal coil? Turn off the machine? Yeah. Help me ring a doctor with the bell. I'd like them to bring me to see... No. Touch those flowers. I want to go with you too. No can do. You're sick as well. So be good and stay here. I'll wait for you to come back. Infected patient says nothing. Only rubs Amir's head. Amir sees the patient trying her best to bear the pain and the shiny enrichment crystals on her arm. Amir, let's just follow the doctor to Babel then. So remember you sat at the door of the quarantine cabin for a long time, persistently refusing to move. The doctor found you in silence and sat down to join you. You only started crying when the doctor hugged you. Aww. I too wanted to hold you in my arms, but I couldn't bear to disturb you both. Mia, you're a bright child. You knew that infected would never return. She didn't want you to see her leave. It would be too cruel for a child to witness. She didn't know just how strong you are. I see many things from your gentle eyes. You want to help them. No matter their race or infection status, you see them all as lively, lovely people. It was from that moment I began to harbor a selfish idea. Perhaps you could bear this crown in the future. That is a low requirement to become the King of Sarkas, not gonna lie. Perhaps you can go further than I have. There was in no hurry to hand over a responsibility this heavy to you. But I had the luxury of time to be by your side as you grew up. I'm sorry, Amir. I broke my promise. Okay, but Hak, please. The arts that tapped us in there is gone. No, my daughter's crying. Does it take directly the energy from the wings, so what is the staff doing? Visa's aura is fading away. I do like the white black ground though. Wonder, is this because of Originum? Dr. Calcite. Is it over? Is it all over? But what about Anonym? I'm sorry, Doctor. I didn't find any leads to the primordial Originum from Farisa. You were one step too late. The first Originum has been sent away. Is this what the third story arc is gonna be about? Are we gonna hunt the first Originum to ever exist and eat it? So you've noticed, Doctor. Yes, I see the top of the spire now. Dr. Calcite, aren't we standing on... We can no longer see where they end. I'm afraid the dust isn't going to settle so easily. Where's W? Where's our favorite cockroach? Exploding things. There she is. These threats are such an eyesore. There she is. Bunny, help me out. Everyone's saying she's gone, but I have to see it for myself. Pink-white threads fork out like branches, attaching and growing on the white pillars. They land on the red roots, wrapping, twisting, eventually covering this Tower of Infinity completely. Amir, I'm not going to regret like I did back then again. At the very least, I hope this time. I know. The same goes for us. Mia walks with the silk-wrapped roots, gently touching the soft metal. Sparks of flame top from the hem of her skirt, leaving clusters of fire in her path. You know, I don't think that's how clothing is supposed to work. The flames under her do not extinguish easily, but spread to the threads. Continue to climb, replacing the fractured white threads as they wrap around the only tower standing between land and sky. Threads flutter and fall to the floor. They quickly cover the roots, like a garden in bloom by wind, with flames burning within. Visa sits among the flower-like flames, leaning on the roots as he looks at the golden ocean and the sky coming to a calm. At least I guess she gets to die with her flowers, but also she's not totally gonna die, right? I know that she's an operator. There is Civilite Eterna, but so Amiya, you're so much stronger than I imagined. How warm these flames are. Flames that burn away all decay. You really done it, Amiya. Right? Since that's done, come over. Closer. Visa, Shh. I know what you're thinking in that little mind of yours. Look at the ocean above our heads. The waves we made are calming down. Soon we'll leave. Amiya, some wishes shouldn't be voiced out loud, because they only leave more sorrow behind. Aww. No, Fervisa, I don't want to leave any more regrets. We all wish you can stay. If I let you all down again, you know, Doctor did the same thing, so if we can forgive the Doctor, we can forgive you. Isn't it more important to have the people I care about know how I feel? That's what the Doctor taught me. I've truly grown up, Amiya. I will always be with you, Amiya. As I promised you. Origin no longer contains the slightest bit of my own information. Did she just delete herself? But I'm sure you won't abandon the ideals I once hoped for. Is there no other way to let you stay? Save me and end this war? There's no one in this land that will manage to realize every single wish. That includes even the Creator. Amiya, do not lament over the dead. Exercise more concern for the living, especially those who scoff at the notion of hope. But for now, before we leave, let's quietly. Your Highness! Sorry, I just couldn't keep it in anymore. Oh, W. Is this a hug from you? Oh, come on, they could have made a CG out of that. I want to see W hug Fervisa. Come on. Your Highness? Your eyes. Why is there liquid in your eyes? I can't see clearly anymore. Information flow holding this body together is fading away. But I still have my sense of touch. I can tell you're not crying. That's good. Fervisa reaches out and returns to him face, gently patting W's shoulder. Aww. Your Highness, you don't mind? Why would I? I suppose worrying about that isn't anything strange coming from you. You haven't changed one bit, W. Have you not seen her new outfit? Or the new gun? I can still remember our time back at Babel. You were hiding in the corner with your camera in hand, hesitating to come forward. You saw me? Of course. Actually, I was even waiting for you to come over for a photo together. But you never did manage to muster up the courage. Your Highness? You saw... and even remembered that? She remembers like the name of every last Sarkar somehow. Even... taking a cheeky picture of me? Not just that. I didn't think the reckless mercenary from back then would grow into the woman before me today. The truth of how the Chernobog and Langman conflicts were actually settled. The mercenary coup giving Manfred headaches for the past few years. And of course, your appearance in this place that shouldn't have happened at all. You can achieve so much more than you imagined, W. You should have realized by now, not so divine as you believe. And you're not insignificant. I don't care if you're consoling me, or deceiving me. I'm taking it to heart. Look how happy she is. The happiest cockroach on all of Terra. Your Highness, you really are always so gentle. When we first arrived in this damn place, when I saw you, I was so afraid. I want to make up for that missed photo opportunity, Your Highness, but sadly didn't bring it with you into the original. No pictures for you. Camera, wait. When did it break? That damn Qualidoka. I'm afraid it wouldn't work here, even if it wasn't broken. Oh. W, no, you don't want to leave any regrets. I am the same. I don't want to leave you thinking I break my promises. Huh? Still owe you a name, remember? And from now on, you shall be known as Walter. Eh? W belongs to the departed Sarkas, and a cycle that should have ended. As I said, you deserve a more fitting name. A proper name for a Sarkas woman like yourself. Well, I did want to wait until the dust settled in Castle first, but I'm afraid I won't get to see that day come. Wait, Your Highness! Hold on, I still don't get it. Give me some time. Wait, no. I should be writing this down. Screw it. I don't care anymore. I'm ready. Visitor. Will that be hard to remember? Sorry, you will say be called Walter instead. Or could it be Visser and Del, right? Del is the key on my keyboard I always press because I'm stupid. Del means home, that I know. But B? Visser? It means to wish. To wish for a home. Yes, that's his destiny. Can't you witness it in my stead? But you, Favises, Master's future's in your hands. Not mine, nor Favises's. I feel like we are kinda at the end of this chapter. How the hell do we deal with Favises? Is he just gonna give up because this fails in the original? I don't get it. I guess I will see it. I understand when the day comes. Alright. Vissadel. Vissadel. It's engraved into my brain forever. I never forget it. I like it. Sounds so much better than the name Söderer threw at me from his dictionary. Kalzit, Amir, and you in the hood. Heard that? Call me Vissadel from now on. And you better not get it wrong. Also, just decided to head down to the military commission later and bump my name out with explosives. Only reasonable thing. That way, nobody will ever forget it. Vissadel is just making sure nobody will dead name her ever again. Or maybe the roof's better. I want the flames to spread so far you can even see it from Londinium. Vissadel? I know what you want to say. I'm not crying. I'm shaking because... Why is everyone all quiet now? Because you deserve your moment. That's you back. I can't find the words to say. Oh, Amir. Before she vanishes completely, she'll be happy with you by her side, if she'll never admit it herself. Doctor, We be standing against Vervisa now. I have to admit, it achieved something beyond the limits of my imagination. Is this an Agnes of Zero Chat? I'm just that popular. Hi, Kope Veshioni. Olda's gonna nuke all of us. Hey, that's what she's best at. But yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? I believe you as you are right now. Sure that you have some conjectures in mind, even if you're missing your past memories. Vistas. Finally, I know about, I don't know, my ex-wife. Vervisa. Our mission is far from being over, yes? We're too happy to hear. Nice. Huh? I've already handed the first originum to him. My time to kill Vervisas. Vervisa. This difficult problem you're leaving us with is truly... Proceed. Things don't always go the way we want. All we have done is to do what we should, nothing more. Doctor, the appearance before me right now is proof I've won our earlier bet. You still hide so many secrets. I mean, probably what will be cool, I'm not sure if they'll ever get an event where we just see how the twins actually become heroes and stuff. I feel like there's so much Saka's backstory potentially, right? Doctor, allow me to instill a little bit more suspense. You're still not ready, even now, even if all of you have surpassed me. See the ocean waves billowing? We don't have much time left. I always knew our reunion only meant another parting. That's how it works. My dear Calcite, once we're all clear about our respective endings, why should we go to sorrow yet again? When you come closer, you also get a hug. Everybody gets a hug on this day. Aww. Aww. Head pats for Calcite. Vervisa stretches out her hand and touches the ends of Calcite's hair. Ah, here you are. I hope my staunch and strong Calcite isn't shedding any tears this time either. Aww. You're always like this. I'm a very fortunate soul, Calcite. Every time I leave, I do so with my dearest friend by my side. Yeah, you get to see me die 2 times, aren't you lucky? Thank you. Vervisa, she's disappearing. She's what? Bunny, what kind of nonsense is that? Isn't Her Highness of us right now? I'm even hugging... Mr. Dell? You achieved what you wanted to do. You met, defeated me, and finally killed me. Ah, she's still not satisfied. It's time to let go. I will leave without a trace and no longer exist anywhere you can see. Okay, then explain the existence of your operator. Is the doctor just gonna be so sad and go at originum and make a copy? Vervisa, you mean that the originum will no longer bear any traces of you? Yes, I won't allow originum to become our cage. All that I've strived for is just to free the Sakas completely. Hey Musty, how are you doing? The Sakas should be free in both life and death. You just missed Vervisa hugging like all of them and head petting Calcite, so I'm sorry to tell you. Destroy something to create a letter. Even if what I end up destroying is myself. Well, You're so different from the Favisa I had in mind. Dr. Liver, this is our first meeting, isn't it? I probably knows if I don't stream, I just crave food. I mean, either you just need to stream more. I see. That's interesting, actually. I guess you could try to have some low-calorie snacks or something for the days you don't stream. What bits have you heard of me? What kind of Favisa do you have in your mind? Have you heard of Mother Favisa you're probably named after? She was pretty cool. No, she helped the poor and sick. It's just like you. Unimaginable. A founder of Babel, a faultless idealist. Or a cold, calculated king of Sarkas. A schemer who instigates war. I had you more as a warm person in mind, yeah? No, neither. Both are roles that others need you to play. Is that so? I think you would have been happy just being a tailor and being the mom to Amir. I didn't think we'd get a chance to say our farewells so peacefully. This is... That does seem like a nice, peaceful countryside. A friend bid farewell to me here, a long time ago. I witnessed my friend's death, and from here I began walking towards my own. I like this place, but it's also somewhere I cannot reach or visit ever. It only perpetually exists in the memories of the void, unreachable throughout my whole life. Dr. Liver, what kind of person do I seem to you right now? Someone who would do everything and anything for the fate of the people, someone always chasing after lofty ideal. I feel like saying I don't know feels so rude. Like, you're always chasing after a lofty ideal. It's the more realistic answer, I guess. What defines a lofty ideal? Who ought to define it? I exacted violence on other races for Sarkas' freedom, renounced the belief I once defended with my life, and stood against all of you. The Woods Island of today has already stepped out of Babel's shadow, though it has abandoned some concepts Babel once adhered to for the Sarkas. You fly peace as your banner, but employ violence to help our oppressors bring back suffering to the Sarkas. By the same time, I can deny your own lofty ideals, just like how I can deny my past self. Perhaps you believe you completely comprehend what lofty means. You know, we're just, first we're getting rid of cancer, then we're getting rid of racism, and then maybe for the Hedwig, we're just getting rid of world hunger or something like that. That sounds like a nice project. But for me, the face still weighs too heavy. However, thank you, Doctor. You're still a conundrum to me. You're cautious, still hostile and wary toward me, just like you were back then. Of course, we stand now on opposing sides like we did before. Ironic. But no matter, we merely haven't had enough time to figure out each and every single enigma there is. A pity we always have our chats when the clock is ticking down so fast. I hear so many stories about you on Woods Island. You've done so much. Her final moments should be happy. You should not go up to a dying person, so let's look at your bucket list. That's sad. You did like nothing. My mission is over. Many years ago, you and Calcite pushed the door open for me to a wider world. But I was already a survey to the Sarkas. I bear the suffering, their fate. My ideals and vision made transcend the sky of nothingness, but the weight of reality still pulled me back down to earth. Maybe she should have done something then. Well, I think she was trying, but turns out she cannot resist 50 assassins for some reason. Weak mindset. Oh yeah, Musty, while you're still here, you did say there's like the question quiz thing after chapter 14, right? Can you link that on Discord or something, maybe, pretty please? I'm not sure if I'll get to it today, but I feel like I have plenty time to hopefully finish the chapter. My ideals and vision may transcend the sky of nothingness, but the weight of reality still pulled me back down to earth. I was already convinced back then that the person who could change the Sarkas, or even the future of Terra itself, was absolutely not me. It's never been me. It's pretty short. Look for it. Thank you, thank you. A close friend whom I trust the most already predicted this end. And that person is me. Doctor was also so smart. Oh, it's pinned. Oh, beautiful. Must have been a genius. Doctor, give me your hand. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Oh, no. We gotta at least give her a full hug, right? Yes. I had the fortune to meet your truest self. That person was wise, gentle. Though bearing with the heaviest of duty and wearing the strongest of shackles, that one never gave up hope, ever. I'm quite a fight. You stand alongside Calcite and Amir now, and so I believe you made the right choice back then. All you needed was being totally mind-wiped. The choices we made on our own have also determined the path to where we are now. Our original meeting in haste was just like this parting between two strangers, was it not? I can't sense any resentment from you. Resentment? Why? To this day, I still feel only regret and a longing for when I touch the depths on your soul and unimaginable truth. Yes, it is because I touched the depths of your heart that I hold so much regret. Lost a chance to walk on the same path. Well, in another world. Perhaps the person was so fascinating due to an internal conflict no one else can empathize with. Speculations, questions. I can't piece together fully what I was. Yeah, but you know, that's what more story chapters will be about. Haven't you noticed? You don't doubt your decisions now. Hey, it's hard to doubt yourself if you're getting directly thrown into wars, I guess. What shapes your true self? Anything that you've experienced, or your already concealed past. Look at where we are, Doctor. Look, I prepared a slideshow of your life. Enjoy. Those silent memories and the truth of everything. Are they not by your side? Originum. Past, present, future. Time is no longer defined by the rules we find so familiar at the end of Originum. You no longer remember. But you told me once that Originum poured an innumerable amount of suffering up in this land, along with countless possibilities, created by hundreds of millions of sacrifices in the era you came from, And now we can just export it to other planets, baby. When you created Originum, what expectations did you harbor towards it in this land? Look at everything recorded inside this golden ocean. Would it line up with your expectations? You see it. Ursus' Inferno, Shevak's Wind and Snow, Iberia's Tides. I don't know what you're talking about, I haven't played like half of those side stories yet. A torrent of information rushes past you, and units of civilizations from time and space since time immemorial. You suddenly realize all the past I forgot can be answered and found in this field of Originum. Retract your hands. Shevak is called. Okay, I think I noticed that from some mechanics I've encountered. It is all that I've gone through that shapes what I am today. And not my concealed past. I always have a pleasant surprise in store. Doctor, we managed to meet once more while I lie deep in the sea of information after our parting. It's my past, but it is your future. Though you might still be on a path to find yourself, you still want to prove to me that you're just as I always have been. Oh, I wish I could see you find the answers with my own eyes. But I'm sorry, I can't go any further. You see, the beauty will be once Doctor regains all their memories, they will realize I was wrong and I found hope thanks to my daughter and my cat girl. Doctor, I have to go. So do you all. You have no intention of being trapped in this infinite nothingness for an eternity, that is. Hey, that's like almost like ascending to godhood. Sounds like a great deal. Nah, we should leave. Goodbye, Dr. Lyra. My dear friend, whom I've never met. It does look so pretty now. Avisa. There's no response. The white figure atop the tower has vanished. Nothing remains. And I like all of them have such emotional moments and everything. Locus just at the bottom of the tower going like, what's gonna take them so long? Avisa, she's gone. Oh, Doctor, what did you see? Avisa told me that I was the coolest. What kind of person I am? I found it where Amanem is. We leave this place. The waves of information have subsided. We hear the voices of the myriad souls departing, Banshee. The tower is at peace, Your Highness. The waves are flowing backwards, into a hell we cannot comprehend. The flames that could burn even these woods have no way to light up the infinite night. Where will all of you go from here? An eternal void, a true death. Oh, Bunny reflection. Was it? Yeah, I think it's fun. Was it? No. We will no... Yeah, I guess it's for reset. Is that? We'll no longer stay on the other side, Ephenia. Locus, you should get more used to being called by this name. You've made your choice, the choice of a Woods Island elite operator. So, you should get your old fit. It was nicer. Locus stands on the endless flow of information, his own figure leaving its mark on the vast ocean. The slender figure on the other side stands in silence. Ripples cause her silhouette to waver, no longer clear. I heard you sounded the knell for yourself, by the river. I was already waiting for an old friend to appear on this side. Aww. Well, no worries. There was for no reason. A pity that Kamaline is still unwilling to involve herself in this war. Mother, she did indeed rescue me from death. With an ingenious method, but one befitting her former character. I mean, maybe we'll get... Maybe I should also just read the photo profile or something. I still feel like it's slightly cheap how they just saved Locus and bailed him out. She has also made her choice, as you have. I saw you confronting the Myriad Souls. I love Mrs. Ma. She is pretty nice. She has some nice attributes for sure. No less impressive than the time your mother and I stood side by side in battle. I have no way of seeing her again. Say farewell to her for me, Lucas. Your Highness, your figure is fading. Departure is also a form of resistance. This is what we've chosen for ourselves. Original saw not cage us here for eternity. I don't understand. Where did the cage come from, and what do you seek for? There's no need to comprehend it, Lucas. Just go home. Need only know the trapped myriad souls are now dissipating into freedom. Yippee! A complicated flow of information, impossible to pass. No longer readable, recordable. Huh. A true death. All kings and heroes will no longer respond to my words, and no longer will anyone be on the other side. Does it also mean that Amir will not hear the Myriad Souls at all anymore? Guess so, right? Your Highness, will the Myriad Souls still exist after today? Oh, thank you, Lucas, for asking. I was curious. No. Will there be ferrymen with Nervean torches lighting up the other side? No more. Then, where will our kin go when they leave us? I don't know. I'm afraid it's too late for me to find that answer. I've walked to the end, and the truth of civilization lies before me in fog. There's no way for me to touch it. That does not mean the rest of you cannot cross it. Your Highness. I've just unloaded the burden of worrying for the future. What the Myriad Souls cares about is only the Sarkas. From death comes new life. I understand the inevitability of fate. You have yet to clearly perceive the truth of death. You know, you should try out dying, it's funny. Myriad Souls are no longer our shackles. The original will no longer be the sin we bear. Lucas, our departure also serves as our liberation. No longer will there be prolonged indignant murmuring for a myriad years, an unforgettable legacy of suffering to be inherited. For the first time, we have a future that can be changed. You are now just a little man. For the first time, we have the right to choose. No surrendering here. Only death. You don't have to kill me. Just look at the bloody crystals on my body. And my comrades. They haven't appeared from the fog. I can't live on. I don't want to die. Rip soldier. Mercenary's blade stops right before it makes contact with the dying soldier. He looks toward the sky, feels something leaving. Impatience to kill gradually fades away from inside him. Did I imagine that? It's this man's lucky day. Heh. The Sarkas will no longer need to live for the shackles of history. Man, what's Hildor gonna do? He will live simply for survival, resist against suffering the exact same way as everyone else does on this land. No! My ball of yarn! Hurt you? Careful, Paprika. Thanks. You can put me down now, Ines. Find a way to rescue Amir and the rest, so don't panic. Life is worth more than these few balls of yarn. But it's high quality yarn. Look how wet it is. But my Nana gave them to me before I left home. Wait, you feel that, Ines? Feel what? Man, why do they always need to hammer home that Ines is not an actual Sarkas? Everyone always around it has goes, man, uncool Sarkas things happening. Pounding in the depths of your soul. I was concentrating on the skeleton. I need to make sure it stays somewhere safe. Somewhere no one can locate or affect it. Paprika, what did it feel like exactly? And will it affect any future plans? I can see, but from everyone's faces, seems like it wasn't just me. You're crying? They have finally unlocked emotions. Oh, you're right. But why? But what about you? Me? The same as every other Sarkas. Depart and dissipate, die. No. And there she goes. Please continue accompanying Woods Island on the path. There's no need to doubt your decision. Thank you, Locus. Thank you for taking care of my daughter. Your Highness, perhaps you may share my doubts on whether the Myriad Soul's departure will truly allow us to bid farewell to the past. The other side will be bare. But where will the plague of death from this battlefield send the souls of our kin to? Your Highness, I will witness our end in your stead. Fairby is no more, so I shall guide the souls. If they have nowhere to go, I shall be their boat. My voice will set torches on the other side aflame, and I hereby vow. Only when I no longer hear the roaring of my kin on the other side, our compatriots can rest in peace on this land, will the knell cease to ring. Ripples form on the golden border as Myriad Souls respond. Kings and heroes, regular spirits are sent for waves, they leave the feast. Finally, some fresh air. Traces of the Sarkas existing with no originum dissipate. Now, please allow me to send both you and the Myriad Souls off. An algae sounds from his lips as he readies to walk over the water. Young Banshee sends the Myriad Souls off. Leave, Patriarch. He is gone. Amanam has bloomed. Destiny already in our hands. She honored her vow, so the war will also abide by her. Go, no longer shroud yourself with the fog. Water death with death, and honor departure with victory. Victoria's condolences. I shall personally receive it in her stead. The blue foul beast pecks at the tears of the white-horned demon. She caresses the foul beast's feathers on its paw. Can Nightingale's inherently empty soul feel the pain of that departure? While everybody around her is sad, so... Yes. Did you feel that? The throbbing in our souls, lamenting whispers echoing in our minds. The corners of Liz's eyes twitched minutely, unable to respond on her deep slumber. Shining, is her condition worsening? No, she'll be fine. Margaret, you have to meet with the doctor and the others with haste. Well, doctor might be a bit preoccupied. Is it because of that thing transforming in the sky earlier? When it began changing, you started acting strange. Is this another Confessarius conspiracy too? No. At the very least, he will be unable to involve himself in this matter for the time being. Though, it definitely has a link to his schemes. Every Sarkas has probably felt it. The departure of someone extremely important to us all. I can't fully comprehend what exactly you're talking about, but any new accidents in our current station might affect how the war will go. You're right, the Doctor and the West should have more pivotal information on their end. There's no more time to waste. Let's go! Chernobyl! It's over. You lost. Kinda. This place is... We're cleaning up the battlefield when we so fortunately found you. Chernobyl, we failed to recapture the life bone. But hey, it's gonna just take your Sarkas back to Castle home. Am I the only one here? Ascalon. Chernobyl, your wounds. We bring you back to camp for treatment, right now. No. We missed our chance. And time is so long on our side. Our top priority now is to return to Londinium and discuss our next move of our plan with the Regent. Contact the spy sent we had to cooperate with us. Prepare to cross this war zone. Chernobyl, look at the blood dripping non-stop. In terrible shape. Military Commission can't afford to lose another high-ranking officer. Also, we need to release you as the operator in like 2 years. I gave an order. This is for the remaining living Sarkas. Yes, sir! What happened? Impossible. This feeling. Your Highness, is the surprise you spoke of? Just no Theresa's fat man fed pure protein when he was raising him, when she was raising him. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, hey, there was a lot of working out and duels with Ascalon and everything, right? So, what a good education does to a man. Turns them like 2 meters tall. What is Sarka's future? From today onwards, there will be no trace of your existence anywhere, even within Originum. The gods, or the arrogant being professing to be the Creator. Will you see them at the end of your path, Theresa? Well, she did talk to the Doctor. Do you count the Doctor as a god? After I felt you brushing past me, your voice has turned harder to hear. All I hear now from the void surrounding me is muffled, vapid noise. The path ahead is clear. It's time for everything to end. Theresa. Can you still hear my voice? Man, it seems wrong to see her in all black. I can. Yours, the newborns, and the dying ones. Here, we can hear the voice of Abby Sarkas. Souls are stranded in an ocean of unconsciousness, shouting our names before they drown as they wait guidance. In a present no longer recorded anywhere in time, the name we respond to the most is Avisa. I can hear the raging rumbling from skeletons that fell from the sea of stars into the ice field 10,000 years ago. Unknown, dreadful, terrifying. We have ended the oppression that was planted into our blood from that time onward. No, we have yet to do so. Well, good luck with, managing all of the sagas now. We questioned ourselves. Did our resistance hold any meaning then? The future will prove it to us. Then, what about now? I shall go far away. That is my reply. Mere souls who never gave up resisting until they completely dissipated. But one last thing for the sagas within the original. Fought for a future where everyone has a right to survive. For the ones still alive. Onward, everyone. That day, a certain exhausted Sarkas girl fell into a deep sleep within the warm flames of the castle soul furnace for some reason. Oof. She dreamed of her mother, far away in a foreign country, standing in light within the pitch-black darkness speaking to her. She couldn't hear her clearly, or she did not cry either, or she saw her mother smile. Then, she woke up, opened her eyes, and saw a pure white flower in full bloom by her head. Aww. The black dust from the forge burning death landed on the fragile flower petals. But it unexpectedly highlighted the flower's dazzling vitality even more instead. We will at least make sure that Terra will be a nice planet. You can believe us, Avisa. Here, death and life congregate. The girl shed tears at the beauty created by setting death aflame. After that day, Sarkas passing by the soul furnace would see a girl show up every single day to water a flower, throwing the rich dust and bones with drops of dew. She offered tribute to the light until the day that flower withered and died. Is that how the story ends? Why is it so sad, Avisa? Sad? I actually see this as a happy tale of hope arriving, Amir. The flower withered, returned to dust, but the seed of new life has already been sown. Did the Revenant get left behind? The Revenant really just wants to be a gun, sorry. No, Myriad Souls never took in Revenants. Heh. That sounds mean. Even if we get us his thoughts, his intrinsically original influenced self cannot be reversed or changed. So he was never to depart with the Myriad Souls. That is the most cursed Sarkas to exist. So Your Highness never planned to take him away from here either. I have no way of knowing. Heh. So it's not like Her Highness can't lie. I don't expect he'd end up in my hands, old fossil. There's no reason to harm him anymore, W. I told you to call me Wizardel. Relax, bunny. I'm going to smash him to bits. Just take him away with me. He already died once, so it's not hard to guess why Her Highness let him remain here. Up until her death, she always craved for the Sarkas to unite. So her plan for the Revenants is super simple. First, live like people. Well, even if he no longer looks anything like one. You don't have to set everything on fire. Your mission ended a long time ago, so leave the rest to more capable people. Like me, for example. She is the chosen one exactly. Bah, just stay in this weapon for the time being, yeah? You still remember the story about the puppet, Amir? He went to a river of tears and sank to the riverbed. Grief, despair. That doesn't mean it's two endings set in stone. You can always continue the story for as long as you want. What's more important is the storyteller. Amir did change the story. She did succeed. It has a happy end, kinda happy ending. It's the river it was about the river all along. Yes. The storyteller. Are you talking about yourself, Avisa? Me? No, Amir. I prefer the storyteller be you. Hold on. Do I have to go back to where we came from to leave? Is that possible? You have now the power of Wok and God on your side. We won't have time. The space is changing faster than I expected. So what are you and the Crown planning? How the hell are we leaving this place? You know what? We had a good one. I might as well kill over now. There is only one solution to all problems. Takes out explosives. Visitor, calm down. Doctor, I cannot tell you how to leave this place. The secrets in here are beyond even me. But I believe Avisa definitely mentioned a piece of key information to you. Now what? Dr. Calcite. His suits are breaking apart and floating upwards? Well, just step into the Wombus or something. Avisa. What if the puppet was never alone in the first place? Maybe his companions are waiting for him down there all along. Just like us. Dr. Calcite, and you, and everyone in Babel. Little people made of pebbles. White, black, green, red. A whole lot of them. They'll surround the puppet and bring him far away, following the fierce river waters. But where can they go? Home. You can always go home. Better luck tomorrow. We are currently falling from this platform. She finally noticed what Avisa has done. No, Priestess has awoken and she's upset. This tower is being erased. All the information that was organized and put together here is being broken apart. But I can still feel Avisa's presence here. As if she still exists within the scattered information. Everywhere, and so it's vanishing quickly. He's fighting against it. Started myriad souls. Get your head moving, Odd. Even the platform you're on is breaking apart. Shit. The thing's falling down. Doctor, I've got you. Old heck. And then if Bleak isn't here to help you. So stay still unless you wanna fall and shatter into a million pieces. I mean, I guess Monster's also not here, but if Priestess already noticed, I think using Monster wouldn't be a problem anymore, right? I mean, I think that was the thing that Calcite wanted to avoid. I have an idea on how to slow down our descent. Old Fossil, get out here and help. I know you can do it. I pop everyone up in my arts too. Where's Logos? Yeah, you know, maybe we should not forget about him. You called? The landship got swept away with the ocean waves when I was coming to a calm. But I remain, and I will be your ferry. I told you, Doctor, we will reunite in peace and tranquility. Okay, now everybody tussles on the shoulders of Logos. I got it! I know where the puppet will go, Favisa. The Pebble people will take the puppet along the River of Tears. Lyra. Even if they get dizzy from the river's current, as long as they don't give up and stay together hand in hand, they'll never get lost within the tears of sadness. The two treasure was the friends we made along the way. Let's go. When you are truly confused by everything, you will remember the answers you seek were here all along. I think I figured out how to leave. I just paint the door. Favisa, are you the one guiding us? Doctor! You and Amiya subconsciously raise your hands at the same time. Within the silent space, a familiar ship rises from the sea of information. The airship that was supposedly shattered into pieces is reconstructed anew, according to your intentions, hovering below you. The both of you gaze at the giant diamond shape in the distant void. Originum, truth, vistas, Favisa. It's time we left this place. The airship accelerates forward, tearing apart the void as it enters the light. The puppet and his friends don't know how much time has passed, but they never give up, even though they are super tired. They share the same wish, and when the water slowed down, they seized the chance to float all the way up. They succeeded, and finally they saw a sea, a golden sea, painted gold by the sun. Turns out it didn't just cross the River of Tears, also a vast ocean they didn't know about behind them. They set foot on land once again. See you, Lyra. I'll be here waiting for you. That's not ominous. But yeah, I mean, I assume that the third story arc will be a lot about
경계태세가 완전히 해제될 때까지 마음 놓으시면 안 돼요.
that's new. I mean, that makes sense. It's a new Iceland. But yeah, that's a lot gonna be about the Originum and Priestess and Doctor's background story. And hey, now I have a healing Amiya. I wonder how good of a healer she actually is. Class conversion system updated. Yeah, I don't think we'll do the hell stages today. Even death may die. The night does go gentle. Wait, this is Babel? With the help of his friends, the puppet crossed the River of Tears, leaving the Golden Ocean behind them they didn't know about. Finally set foot on land once again, and found that place of hope. Favisa, do you like the ending I came up with? Of course I do. The puppet's fans. That's my favorite part of your story. But how did the story actually end, Favisa? Puppet drowned in the river. The end. Now time for bed. You know, fairy tales hit different in the past, okay? Back when we used them to instill fear and obedience into our children. Before Disney. Favisa? Can't recall ever having this conversation with Favisa. I've dreamed of it happening countless times. Meant the story would finally get an ending it never had, and that the storyteller never left. I want to tell her I already have the power to change how the story ends. The question I wasn't able to answer back then, an answer I found. I'm willing and able to bear this crown. Amiya, Metal matter. Fall like feather. There's no way we can stabilize this huge ass thing. We end up smeared the ground at this weight. Time to get to work, ancestor. I'm trying. Regaining control of the ship is no easy feat. Man. Revenant will wish for the rest of his days that he got stuck with somebody else than Visitor. Good pretending. How were you so good at it when you were working for the military commission? Insolence. Beat the elders with more respect, young circus. We have to brace ourselves for the impact from the airship emergency landing. Monster, protect the doctor and Amir. Dr. Calcid, you need me. Amir, Puppet's fans never gave up on him, no matter how they suffered. Whenever the puppet needs them, he'll show up, catch him, walk him through his troubles together. That's what I wish for too. I hope I'll always be there whenever you need me. Amir has new fans now. Is he looking at me? Avisa? But what we go through, things don't always go our way. Some of the little puppet's fans will get lost while on their journey. It's fine, they will make new friends, you know? But the collective memories will accompany the little puppet friend to the end. Amir will always be with you all, regardless of what form I take. Avisa, are you leaving? What are you saying, Amir? Left long ago. The accident was 7 years ago. You have to wake up. What? You're not Favisa. Mia, memories in your dreams are warm, but you should wake up now. Return to your companions, Samir. They need you. The journeys have yet to end. How did I end up here? We just left the assimilated universe? Remember the airship returning to our familiar sky? Richum crystals covering the entire ship, receding like the tide. This is the most I can do with my incantations. I'm afraid there's no way to absorb all the impact force. And I'm my best here. One more time, old coot. Monster. Everyone needs me. What can I even do now? Just put your staff on the ship and it will fly with the power of friendship. Believe in your strength, Amir. I will help you. Look at her go. Every inch of the gigantic ship vibrates in a metallic shudder. The airship's speed of descent slows down once more. She uses everything for the strength to prop up the monstrously huge vessel. A warm power like a murmur from her dreams encircles Amir. She feels as if that person who left has returned, hugging her. Avisa, I'm here. Aww. Mia's never experienced a feeling like this. The Civilite Eternal's power enveloping her, abandoned and warm. Is this an illusion? She's still dreaming. Favisa, is that really you? Well done, Amir. You have to believe in your comrades and your own strength too. We'll descend slowly. Man, she can just summon her mom now. Every Sarkas on the battlefield raises their head, as if sensing a familiar aura. The silhouette of a supposedly dead king of Sarkas appears in the radiance. With a sigh, they no longer see her, only a gentle cortex with a similar form to the person they were expecting to see. Sorry, you have to realize your Outblood King is your true king. We landed safely, I guess? Was that old thing actually useful or funny? Why do you look like... Is that... What about me? You know, you just look like you could use probably a week's worth of sleep. Forget it. But we end up in Londinium. Shard doesn't seem so far away. Yes, the airship is a huge target. So the Sarkas stationed within the city will soon come looking for us. We have to evacuate as quickly as we can. I have something better in mind. Visa. No, you're not. I'm the only one who can see you, right? Yes, others can see me as well. Only if you wish it so. Just who are you? I promise. Visa promised to stay by your side and watch you grow up. Visa's gone forever. She left the program inside the crown. Manifested in this form because of your emotions. A promise, an emotion entrusted into the crown. A will that relies on Soulite Eterna to exist. If you have any doubts, Amir, I can answer them. If Avisa truly left you here as her will, the story about the puppet and its ending. What was it that Favisa wanted to tell me? Favisa made up the story herself, and you know, she doesn't know either. Okay, please stop asking. And there are no records of it in any existing works. So there's no way I can answer your question. Okay, do I have just a ChatGPT Favisa with us now? So, you have surpassed her, as she wished. What she wanted to say has already been passed on to you. It's up to you to decide what will happen next in the story. Thank you, Favisa. No, that is, I guess, nice dawn on the battlefield. Don't know what time it even is, but hey, better than wet clouds. Did you guys see that? The Sarkas airship fell from the sky. The clouds, they're scattering. The Sarkas can't control the storm anymore. Amir and the doctor did it. No matter how short or long this moment of safety lasts, we must seize the opportunity. Capture Silverrock Cliffs and advance towards the city vaults. Root the Sarkas. Today, the second time, we witnessed her departure. A great king of Sarkas, a true hero. She initiated an unprecedented grand undertaking for the Sarkas. And we are witnesses and participants. From the royal court camps to the war council and to the military commission of today, we will never fall as long as war still goes on. Yippee! We have already wrested enough victories for the Sarkas over the past millennia. He looks up at the dreadful scene in the sky with only reverence. Victorians seriously chase after the phantom of victory, while never understanding of why we crave war in the first place. From death comes new life. This war has sated me. You know, pack it up, boys. Time to go home. The 106th Assault Artillery Brigade has successfully regrouped with the 2nd and 8th Battalions of the Duke of Normandy's Grenadier Regiments. 9th Battalion Armored Corps and Exemplars have seized control of Hill 92. Anti-witchcraft cannons back online. Mid-range communication has been restored. The quiz? The battlefield is back under our control. What of him? The Gastfire is thoroughly damaged and should still be. Hold on. I just managed to locate it. It's right next to us. Time for some tea. Your quiz. An urgent telegram from the Duke of Gotterdin. Have our forces dispatched to Duskclaw River. Withdraw at once. Yes, your quiz. Your quiz. Very late. All frequencies went down simultaneously. Blinded every single eye of ours. Man. Right? I guess I know that the Wiener Victoria side still exists, so that's when we have to wrestle Victoria away from the Dukes, huh? The Duke of Wellington. Many years ago, by the Duskclaw River, he told me a day would come when nothing would be able to stop the advance of high-speed battleships. He's done it. Your quiz. The Gastverse has paused its advance. Ivan Duke's warship are forming up again. Relight battleships have turned their guns toward. Isn't that the Duke of Wellington's ship? What the bloody hell are they doing? The Sarkas have only just retreated. Do you want to start another war with the Dukes right away? Has he truly gone mad? Yes. The dead. That fire in their eyes. Yippee, we also will have to deal with Dublin, huh? The nearby adjutant hill stops in his tracks. Purple fire leaves from his eyes, floating to someplace higher, further away. The shadows and smoke enshrouding an entire fleet of steel. Your Royal Highness at Plano, are you ready? Anytime. Right now I'm blinded. Flame falls from the sky, rolling across the flagship's bow, burning the original flag instantly. Dum dum dum. Similar fires blossom in purple one after the other on every ship in Wellington's fleet. We were always here for the Terrans instead. It's time to take over. What day is it today? What's with the fireworks? Like, not just that. Isn't it a municipal building? What was that they just rolled down from up there? It's a new flag. We worked so hard just for today, you know? So, looks nice, doesn't it? Thank you for the flower, Miss Sweet. It's so pretty. What are you looking at, miss? A disturbance in the force. We are quite a distance from Londinium, yes? Could the ashes from the battlefield float this far? A spark falls on the Draco's fingertip. Fleeting purple fades, leaving only a speck of dull grey ash. It's hot. Right, that's no foreshadowing. For sure. Tama. After a century, we finally raise our flag once more in this land. We have proved our strength to the Sarkas and the Victorians. And now, no one will be able to stop us, to scorn us. Heavens, my people, we shall become a force that can control the war and shape the land. We shall let everyone see the coming of a new age. Draco raises their hand, smiling at the land. Every Terran flag flutters in unison. The rich purple coalesces under the clouds. Finally, it turns against the crimson storm as a flickering golden light. He really has no intention of letting us breathe. Wellington. You'd really hate Victoria. Hey, you know what? Seize the opportunity when it exists or something. Or... The quiz. An urgent telegram from the Duke of Gottingen. And the Duke of Normandy, as well as the Duke of Fife. Let them sit in anxiety for a while. Back then, we joined hands to confine this warmonger into a duke's attire. Now we have no choice but to suffer the consequences of our actions. Go, fetch the proposal locked away in the first drawer on the right side of my desk. Wrote it myself, before I came to Londinium. Will the Iron Duke be willing to restart negotiations? No, that's not it. It's a war declaration. I will no longer have an Iron Duke in future. But Castor may perhaps find a new powerful ally. Are you forging an alliance with Wellington at this time? It's in our best interests. He knows I will make this choice. He and King Gale's descendant treat war and death like their bargaining chips. You must recognize Tava's independence if you don't wish to go to war on two fronts at this critical juncture. Our soldiers and people will be furious once they find out about Wellington's betrayal. They won't accept our choice so easily either. Indeed. But what of it? The people have always longed for a hero with a sense from the heavens to guide them. And now we have siege or something, right? Right? Duke casts a gaze towards the battlefield below. Soldiers are excitedly chanting a name in the wake of their fresh, decisive victory. Exemplars. She certainly doesn't resemble her father. Other than her golden hair. Speaking of which, it's amusing how legitimate heirs to the Aslan royal line always sports a dazzling hair. You can see it shine from afar. Hey, it's just very good genes, I guess, you know? You mean... Alexandrina. That girl might just be Victoria's chosen one. Well, I will make sure she will become queen or something like that. But also, she really doesn't sound like she would want to be queen, right? Even after all of this. The ducal fleets are restructuring their formation. They're slowing the pursuit? So that's why the cannons go all quiet? What are they thinking? The Sakas only just retreated, so now's the best time to give them a thrashing? It's Gotterdin's frigate. Approaching the wreck of Castor's flagship. Seems like he's taking the opportunity for a breather. Just that? It's probably because he's scared the ship's going to take so long to repair that the Nachtsailors will rush onto the deck and devour them all. That's the last time we saw Londinium's vaults. Are they cracked wide open? Covered with orichalcum crystals, or soaked in fresh blood, all covered with dead branches, or even inlaid with the bones of our people. When we got out of Norport, many of us might have thought it was the worst we'd experienced. Well, only a few more years of war for sure for Victoria. But afterwards, we saw a deck flooded with blood, and into a perilous time, all thanks to the Regnum. We watched as the war turned our city into an unrecognizable ruin. Is there anyone willing to puff out their chest and say they can imagine how the city looks like inside? Duke Spire should have more information than we do. In their conduct, Castor and the others are probably preparing to abandon Londinium. A nomadic city wrecked by Sarkas may be worth less than a fleet formed at a high price. Also, the shard has really yet to fall. No one knows if the Sarkas have any remaining tricks to try, or if another city will turn into a battlefield. More nobles might decide to move their troops back home. Yippee! Blasted. I knew they'd put something like that. Well, time for the exemplars to go to work. Been a tough fight. I don't give a crap about what's gonna happen to Londinium. Yes, as you say, That's what they definitely do. It's just not an ordinary day for Victoria. Das war's. We've decided long ago what we should do, haven't we? Siege walks into the crowd. For a moment, she cannot discern if someone belongs to the Exemplars or was saved by them. Everyone is exhausted, but they still hold their heads up high. She just knows she doesn't have to say much, because opened eyes will not close so easily anymore. It's time for La Revolution. Everyone watches Siege. Siege looks towards Londinium, their city, their people. She lifts the hammer in her hand. Exemplars! Advance! Okay, you should give them at least a little bit of rest though. You know, marching takes a lot of energy. Enough. Enough! Please, just withdraw the order. The shard has already stopped, so how can we go on fighting? What else can we do now but to be smashed into paste by a high-speed battleship? Shut up. Shut that beep mouth of yours. We're at war, and this is the battlefield. Hide in here all you want, and some feline will eventually lop your head off anyway. Pick up your plate. If you must die, you die with dignity. You know, you could surrender. Might suck, but maybe you can make at least a deal to, you know, get exiled out of Victoria. There's no other way we can go. What's going on? Who else could use the Royal Court's frequency? Whose signal is this? Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Vissadell's the name. The one and only name granted by Her Highness the King of Sarkas Visa herself. Ivy Sarkas still under the military commission's command. Listen up. I don't care if you came here after hearing whatever nonsense from Visa's awesome Royal Court geezer. I'm delighted to announce the war's ended and you guys lost. You know, pack it up, boys. But Her Highness says she wants to have Ivy Sarkas return home. So, if you want to live, it's time to ignore orders from the military commission and do as the transmission says. We have this skeleton of a space whale waiting right outside. Oh, I should have mentioned it earlier. This is Babel. Let's go. Quick, follow me. This path is safe. We haven't spotted any Sarkas for the time being. A transmission? Our own exemplar frequency. Disclosure. I'm listening. Turn the volume up. Some more. Everyone should be able to hear it now. Wow. Did I hear that right? That siege lady did it. She brought back our people with her to get a pave a way home. We send a squad closest to the location over. Frank's squad is also on their way. He's the fastest out of them and can help us ensure the road stays clear. Right. Next, I just have to find a relatively safe spot for the rendezvous. Need for that? Disclosure. We are quite close to the city walls. Every maintenance access point is inside my head. Every member of the Self-Salvation Corps who pulled out from Londinium won't forget them. There are some very old passages the Psychers definitely have no clue about. We can go home. That frequency you care about is active. Judging from their speed, they're packily rushing toward the city. Oh yeah, I forgot she existed. Passages the Sarkas don't know about, only number few. We definitely picked the path closest to Highbury. K13. Something happened in there before. Price won't risk that with his party. It's probably K15. If they go to somewhere else, spot some news about munitions factory number 11, figure a way to lure them there. Same rules as usual. Yes. Clean the path up as much as you can. Don't get spotted when we make a kill, yeah? You're more wary with these regular workers and the exemplars than you are with the Sarkas. Well, the Sarkas are news of yesterday, okay? In case something does go our way, could you just let me know if you see them as Fenderful? It doesn't matter. The person they knew is no longer here. That disgraceful traitor died in the Mausoleum of Kings, and is no longer worthy of retrieving the glory that they threw away themselves. She hears a faint familiar sound once more, again and again, agitating her eardrums in turn. But there's no white steam in the sky at all. Perhaps there's merely the sound of active iridium rapidly evaporating into the air. That armor. Did it fly away? Yeah, and it saved Victoria somewhat. Thanks for... We haven't gotten any news. The Sarkas might have taken it apart, or maybe originally buried on the battlefield. You have achieved your goal for now by leading it to the size of Kings to help the exemplars out. But it's really difficult to control. We have to figure out a way to retrieve it. Now we just, we wait for Venus event and then, Vina will kill it for us. It's that easy. At least I think that was why the last Steam Night it was part of the boss fight, right? Let's not risk ourselves with that yet. Sure. I mean, it might just pop out on its own accord whenever. Who knows what the Mad Ghost would want to do next. Perhaps, or maybe, the next we meet, we can find a bit of something that belongs to him. No, absolutely not. Notice how rare it is to find protective gear able to cope with high levels of iridium and londinium nowadays. Man, the story arc started with nobles, it's gonna end with goddamn nobles. But he advises us to... We have a lot of people in our community who need these, so can you just cut it down? Just told me your wife and child have stones growing on them. They can't bear with the pain. I'll be frank, me too! And I get so bloody painful I can't catch a wink. I suspect the same goes for everyone in the city. These wretched crystals are growing wantonly on everybody. Well, time to hire Woods Island. Not to mention those devils anxiously running amok now. So listen well, my price is fairer than fair. You're worried for your health, but I have to plan for my future. Columbia's private sanatoriums don't come cheap. I know a director there who's a cunning scoundrel. I only hope he doesn't con me out of my coin. I also have to pay my servants, my chef. What's going on? Mr. Hall, they're currently... The Sarkas found us. Hurry, get moving. And push out those paupers still clinging around our doorway to buy some time. Those devils can't tell whose lives are more valuable. No, that's not it. They're not Sarkas. Blast it. They smashed in our warehouse wall. Now everyone's rushing in to grab the goods inside and we can stop them. What do I pay you for? Where are your electrical nets and heavy crossbows? Don't care if you attract some Sarkas as long as you keep the goods safe. But they have fire on their side. Fire? Let's go. It's reunion time. God damn, Mr. Hall. I know you people. Reunion, right? There has been all a buzz about your group these past few days. Listen to me, Reunion. I don't know why there's a misunderstanding between us. I'm infected too. Yeah, but it's time to eat the witch. We're basically family, right? We can work together. As name advice, How much for you to be my bodyguard? God. Okay, this man Wheelers deserves to perish. The union does not accept employment offers. Then, what about a share of my sales? Or a donation? Can make a donation as infected? Those infected need all of these urgently. Aren't we the people you fight for? Heh, donation. I saw the tune we were whistling earlier. I see, I get it now. Should have thought of it earlier. Of course, of course. Everyone would want all of this for themselves, just capitalizing on another crime. You want to set a score? Sure, I'll begin. Stuart Hall applied for a huge subsidy every year for protective equipment because your factory possesses original. But your workers have never seen a single garb of protective gear you've accumulated. In fact, that living in the outskirts of town, just how many of them were your workers who were kicked out from your factory? Meanwhile, you stuffed yourself with Columbian Pioneer Company meetings. Failing to send all this gear out before war broke out in Londinium must have cost you a pretty penny. You still thought yourself lucky. Londinium stand for protective suits you almost deemed a loss came in handy once again. You... Just what do you people want? It's time for justice, baby. You're not a group that liberates the infected? Look, just look at the stones all over my body. Physical illness is not the source of the infected suffering. It is injustice. Your luck has run out, Mr. Hall, because the Union is here. We not get to see his head chopped off. You Talora, right? I've heard of you. It's all thanks to you. Just doing what I should do. This is a lot of protective suits we have here. We have to distribute them. Even if infection is inevitable for some, this equipment can slow the disease progression for those who are already sick. At the very least, we won't suddenly explode into bits from continuous exposure in a high-level regime zone. But most infected choose to hide in their homes. They wouldn't know who to ask for help if their condition gets terribly dire, right? Let's go look for them. For me. Know how dangerous it is? Of course. That outfit hanging above the shard seems to be gone. The sky seems to have lightened up a little. Guess the Sarkas are having some trouble. Our blokes are saying a huge amount of Sarkas are retreating into the city. And what, are we also not getting a confrontation with Vervises? Are they gonna save Vervises for later? They're also swarming the spot where that flying fortress fell. According to the current alert level, going out is practically suicide. Here still? We are doomed long ago, right? I understand. My partner lives in County Cashshire. You've met him. But don't make it back. Just give my revenge to him. If possible, tell him I was Nah, forget it. Tell him nothing. Also Catherine, my stance towards you, Feist, Salvation Corps and Wits Islanders has never changed. There's no meaning in saying that. What's happened won't change. But you can influence and change whatever's yet to happen, kid. Heh. Then, we're all good to go. That's quite brave of them. Maybe also a guilty conscience. I spent quite some time staring at some of those punks. They turned their backs on us. The Union nearly collapsed because of traitors. Guess you fellas didn't shake things up too much. Is anyone who has never been confused in their life? We have our own rules. There are other places that could use your help. But you'll go over anyway, right? Save your strength, avoid combat. Go get some suits from Percival and keep yourself safe. How did you know? No, forget it. Thanks. That went smoothly. Quite a number recognized you and your fire, Talula. I already put the shackles back on. Yeah, but nobody ever mentions them. They just go, ha, that's the leader, I guess. If only they could see my flames as hope. Now we have a little city of infected. Then you find a shadow of your former ideals in it. Right, first we have to rebuild it. Only Wappel and Woon everywhere I look. You mean infected live in our vastly different lives? We suffer from the same disease, but never the same kind of suffering. This is why Union has to be here. The infected are born from injustice, then we will stand against all injustice. Let's go does Chan get to meet with Talula again? You're finally back. Are you hurt, child? The Psychers didn't spot you, did they? I'm fine. Thank you for letting me stay here. I brought some food back with me. How are you feeling today? There's more stones, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt. An old lady like me never had much long to live anyway. But a group came by while you were gone. They're good people. Give me a checkup. Ask them to come back in a bit to examine you too. A checkup? By the doctors. This island should be in the city by now. They have mentioned we connect with them. If that was them. Doctors? I'm not sure. They told me to look for a place with flames if I needed any help. Flames? Oh. You're back. This girl has helped me so much. She's infected too. Take her with you for an examination. Fancy meeting you here. So it's you. Yes. It's been a long time, Chen. What a nice reunion. But I feel like it shows how many fucking subplots this war like had. I still feel like it might have had, I guess we'll still get like 2 more side stories to tie some things up, but yeah, I feel like some things that happened didn't really get fleshed out too much. But it was still a pretty good arc, for sure. Artisans who carved the giant statues here many years ago never could have imagined the guards of the Royal Mausoleum would collapse into rubble due to the Sarkas instead of standing for eternity together with Victoria. The Fairwood skeleton emerges from deep underground, landing with a few lucky survivors. Ines, where are we? It's so quiet. We're not on a battlefield. Ines? Ines! I mean, I guess it's a nice landing spot. Ines! Ines! Heute was der Weg! Paprika. Where are we? Where are Ines and W? What's become of the battlefield now? Did we capture the Lifebone already? We're currently underground with many stone giants. Ines' W went with the others. Wait, hold on. There's so many questions at once. I recovered quicker than I thought. Thought he'd be more ruthless with you. What of him? Who knows? Ascalon might have already killed him. Don't give me that look. That's good for us if he's really dead. But Ines... Paprika. Now's not the time. Okay. Currently, we stopped the Lifebone in the Mausoleum of Kings. W followed the Doctor and the others to stop the airship. But we don't know how they're doing. Mausoleum of Kings, are you sure? Recognize the Steam Knight's equipment. There's also plenty of Sarkas remains here, so if my hunch is right, this is where the Steam Knights were surrounded and killed back then. Any other clues? I did find something. Take a look. Is this clothing? Found it on a relatively intact Sarkas skeleton. Yeah, it's cute Sarkas assassin uniforms. Thought it might shock your memories. There's a word embroidered in the lining. Julie. Julie? Wait, did you know them? Edward shakes his head. There aren't many sagas with names, and no way anybody involved in the slaughter here was ordinary. She left her name here. It would have stayed undiscovered forever. But we changed upon her. What she and others did here will ultimately be remembered by us. Well, it sounds like it wasn't something to be happy about. We already have more than enough of our own buried in this foreign country after all. How many of them can we remember when everything's over? So, what next? The interview. Visitor. Or ended. Life. This is Babel. Ah. Visitor? Who? That sounded like... W. What is up to this time? Have you received any more intelligence from outside the battlefield? I fear we might have missed out on something very important. You really did try to kill me. Give yourself some time to heal. You won't die just yet. Our top priority is to contact the Doctor and W. If she wasn't lying in that transmission, then she really needs us now. Seems like the battle has gone way past how I expected it to go. Regent, Parisa, what exactly have you two done? Concede, the backup plan is working. We went through so much in the simulated universe. The original special nature means we were only gone for a brief moment. Let's go. My time chamber I can manage into to just make YouTube videos for a week. Perfect. This will likewise be a certain change for the military commission. There could be a chance for us. Indeed. Communications are being restored. The nuclear alliance will speed up their advance. I don't think the military commission will stand a chance against the surrounding offensive from their lines. Proactive attack from us might bring greater results. Rely on the contact points within the cities you strive to preserve. It was only because she put herself in danger during this time that our backup plan managed to proceed without a hitch. She did well. I'd love to hear from Calcite in private about what your group went through, but it really isn't the best time for that. To be honest, it was all I could do to bring you out of the chaos. Honestly, you did a surprising lot for being such a minor side character, Heidi. Thank you. Many of those in the city saw the airship quests, and everyone has been guessing who's done it. Doctor, you may find it hard to imagine the joy when you suddenly see hope within the long dark night. Sounds like it will benefit our operations in the city. I wouldn't call it a benefit. It mostly means more possibilities for us. You know, Calcite, I would say that's a benefit. You know, more possibilities are beneficial. You don't need to mince words. Heidi, how did contracting closure go? Communications are still being restored, and the city is taking a big hit. We're pressed for time too. W. No, she insisted I call her visitor. She said she received a transmission from her subordinates. Took off to verify it. I couldn't stop her. No matter, she knows very well what she should be doing. Also, check your belongings. She must have left a way for us to contact her. Huh? Just a big explosive. There really is... Why did she leave this beacon on me? That's very much her style of doing things. Or are me and Lucas doing? Next area hasn't been swept clear yet. Once we confirm it's safe, we'll evacuate to the next save point at once. Doctor, Mia, she just needs some time. She might need to process some feelings or something. Her mom died for the second time. Alright, I'll try my best to get in touch with more of our friends inside the city. We'll need their help. Sync the data with Closer once you manage to connect with her. Tell them to update the peer test as soon as they can so everyone's on the same page. Seizing the opportunity. Currently every faction on Londinium has their own blind spots. Understood. I handle it. I'm the one most familiar with the rebuilt university network after all. You may not have noticed, Doctor, but you've become more proactive ever since we left the assimilated universe. Doctor found a reason to live or something, new motivation. Is that so? Is it due to the first originum? Become somewhat impatient. Ever since he met Favisa, he learned some truths I'm unable to speak of. You know, having basically knowing of the key to unlocking all your past memory, pretty good motivation for sure. Don't think it's a bad thing. Still have my own reservations. What's important now is to stay clear-headed and make your judgments. Why did I betray Favisa back then? Just start smiling. Only Favisa knows the truth to that. I will not make any further comments on that incident, but it does not mean my anger towards that event is no more. However, Doctor, you have proven yourself to me, to us. You have walked on the same path as to where we are today. That's enough to prove that Favisa made the right decision. So, there's no need to be trapped by your past self. Besides, you know absolutely nothing about everything that happened then. That's precisely why I can't comprehend Favisa's choice at all. But from her few sentences, I have a guess as to what my own mission is. I'm a destroyer of this land for sure. You really say that now with such a calm tone. Hesitating, you have doubts. It was never your true self. Do not let unwarranted speculation disturb your present determination. We determine who we are by our actions than our words, no matter how long we spend hesitating before we reach the end. The future will answer me, Doctor. I'm now more willing to follow you down your path. Yippee! And that's why she will probably perish for a bit. We'll witness it together. But now, our key focus should be one beyond the thing that can turn the tides of war. The first originum. Risa would only hand it over to someone she trusts the most, no matter how the sagas are faring. Risa's trust towards her Visas has never changed. They have never truly diverged from one another. The current phase is still within the scope of their plan. The Visas. With unfinished tasks to get to. We don't know what Visas plans to do with a weapon that can easily change this land. There's reason to believe it will not be a gentle method. We need to stop him. But yeah, will we even do it in this chapter? I can't absolve myself from the atrocities that happened in Londinium either. Did you just smile? Calcite having emotions? Impossible. No. Now, have you decided our next course of action, Doctor? I will need your help. Man, that is gonna be... Okay, I want to say it's gonna be the longest epilogue if we're still not even seeing that screen. Right, that means we only have like an hour of epilogue left. That's how it always works. I've seen through the game's tricks. Now, the sagas have only one choice left to make, Favisa. Yes, our people have already made the choice. We'll fulfill the promise made between us. I will help you. Why do you sigh? I know if I won, you would stand by my side without a shred of hesitation. Isn't that right? Visas? Visas can no longer hear her voice. She's gone, but the answer to the future remains. The first originum fell from the shard's peak, reversed the barrier, and landed in the palace of Vestalik's subterranean throne room. The answer already lies in the palm of his hand. You arrested the key to freedom for the Sarkas from its arrogant creator, as you promised me you would. But I lost you completely. Well, she's happier now, I think. Revisa, you fulfilled your promise, so how could I resign myself to walk in your shadow? We'll continue ahead on the path you were halfway through to the end. Retrieve what is ours from those who believe to dictate our fate. Should judge that arrogant sin, I this land out to revere us. This war, it has already ended, and thus for the future, the West will bear witness. Ignores the ancient seat of Victorian kings caked in dust, steps into an unknowable darkness. Visa's already opened for him the door to the truth. Looks forward to what he'll find beyond the door. Who will be there to welcome him? I have a question, phantom of a bygone age, who boasts yourself a giant, a god, a supreme creator, one who can dictate the fate of the Sarkas. Are you truly the only one of your kind? Dr. Lyra? Can't wait for Visus to ally with Beasters and bringing Doom again. But if we already basically just give up on this war and everything, then I guess I should do the Hidden Fortress Secret Palace before I do anything else, right? I know that there's a stage I do need to. I think there's supposed to be an epilogue and a secret epilogue. Also, maybe I'll do a quick break though, so I can think and get up for a second. So yeah, 3-minute ad break and then we do the rest of the epilogue. So yep, see you then. Okay, and we are back. IRS. Let's start with the hidden font. I hope this will be a win, otherwise it's gonna be awkward and we just move on. But we get a medical squad into Londinium now for sure. And hey, quest chains or something. This is where I do botched math again. This is like 60. I mean, this is so much more. Okay, maybe we come back to this choice later. This is like 100. Or this is so much. There's so much stats, baby. I mean, we could just take the easy route here. God, I hope it's a loss. I mean, I think you can lose this thing, right? I don't know how this actually works. I think we're gonna quit for this. Actually, what does this mission want? This is... I mean, ideally I want... Okay, I basically only missed the third stat. Jesus Christ. Maybe we should go for this. It's safe and... Or this. Okay, let's just go for this. If up on repairs. Look at how full this bar now is. Londinium refugees. I mean, that would be nice to have, but okay. It's interesting to see. I feel like every choice that gives a lot and more instead also requires to have a lot of this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess it's a lot of stats, but man, this is a hard chance. Music is a bit too loud. I guess the music in here might be so louder than in the game. Yeah, give me a second. Whoop. Yippee! Thank you, thank you. I mean, in the past, I most of the time just went with the safe thing. Hey Ali, how are you doing? How was your stream? Hi Rudder, hi McCoy. We are just pressing funny buttons and improve our stats. I'm not even playing my tower defense anymore. Let's just go with this. This is... I guess I would still... I'm not gonna press the 55% button. This is not just... This is so much worse stats. Like, if I can be greedy. Maybe let's go for this. Bide your time. I mean, I still would love to finish the quest scene. What fun thing did you do in Minecraft? Stream or streaming? How stream? Pretty good. I finished basically a big storyline in this game. And now I'm sad. And look at this, 100% chances, baby. I mean, then we go with this. This is the most, that's for sure. Came across a Self-Salvation Corps camp while catching up to the followers. Were attacked on their way to the city and suffered heavy losses. Sent a distress signal with a doctor, and the doctor responded, but have lost contact. A small group of Saga soups are currently headed their way. Doctor, thank you for the support. You're out of danger for now. This needs urgent specialized treatment, so we'll go with the support team. Let's go. 8 plus Couplemon, but it was purely exploring. Nice. Sounds like a fun time. To be fair, I have no idea what Quail is, but I do know Couplemon is just Pokemon. I do love catching them all. I mean... yeah. Follow the clues related to the followers and receive the distress signal from a Woods Island beacon. Follow it to Confessarius Laboratory. Sakas often patrolled the area, so they didn't have much time to explore. Do a forward search. There were traces of battle and some Chimera corpses. Oof. We found useful supplies in a special comms terminal bearing a message left behind by Operator Shining. Woods Island. We are out of danger for now and are on our way to support the other squads. But listeners are interested in specialized treatment, so we'll head to the Confessarius Laboratory before moving to Londinium. I mean, okay, we cannot finish this yet. Look at those stats. Okay, what do we need? We need... I mean, the 217, the first stat will be easy. Not sure about the other one. But hey, this would be the dream. Okay, what else can we get for stats now? So I still would love to basically increase the last one. This is just... I see very close to just fulfilling this if we get first stat. I do not know how the success changes actually gets calculated at all. Okay, I'm not gonna click on the 40% game, that's a funny joke. 74 and 16 sounds kinda nice though. Yeah, we're going with this. We would never feel like a 9%. Exactly. What did I get? Each 300 hour abilities. I'm just gaming. Oop. How does this look now? I mean, this is so many stats. I mean, this is also still like... We have like... This is like 2 or 3 more events. Maybe let's just do the safe thing. Our team is almost at Londinium. We are figuring out a way to enter the heavily fortified city when the special communication equipment from Operator Shining received a strange signal. We discovered a passage, possibly a secret channel used by the Confessari to move to and from the city. Also found material related to Confessarius experiments. These files may help Woods Island better understand their movements. Yippee! Complete Sly Shadows event chain. And reach 600 medical ability. It's just that good. Up. Don't know what I even would want stats in now. I think I have done all the quest chains to work towards. I guess now it's just a messing big number. That is a big number, I would say, if I ever seen one. Let's go for this big number. Same principle. This would be nice, but it's also only 86. 40%? What the hell are those stat requirements on this random thing? We go for the 500 and... Let's go with this. 3% baby. Probably still missed some for sure. I reached 550 intel ability. Complete 120 event decisions. How much do they want me to play this side thing? I guess we can choose between D and D. The story of my life. We've crossed the front line and the Fire Giants lies right ahead. The city's surroundings are extremely dangerous, so please help us find a way to reach our objective. The team is adequately prepared and can try to charge straight to the final objective point. This operation is already in the bag. We have countless contingency plans to guarantee its success. Can I see what I mean, this is a cool thing. That is... Honestly... Let's go to get the plague. Medical squad call sign Matt B95 has reached the destination. I'm so great at just getting numbers big. Lifeline. We ultimately decide to follow the Conversarius tracks and enter the city via a hidden passage. Bring all our supplies into Londinium. Warwedge City faces multiple crises. Its resources depleted, its people weary, its future uncertain. We distributed our supplies to those in dire need, though many still remain unhelped. We've also received news that other Woods Island teams are arriving in Londinium. Hopefully our efforts will make a difference. We are currently executing our mission as planned. Thank you for your unwavering support and guidance. Right. Yippee! I would say it was a good first one, for sure. How... Do I start with more with the Inherent Previous Squad data, or what does it mean? Oh yeah, okay, I see. I mean, that's some help, I guess. But yeah. Now to the secret place, I guess. Oh, this is where we... Yippee! We got the dead mom. It makes so much sense that we get him here. Complete episode 14, status and hidden front mission Stellar confidential recordings. I see. It's basically the reward for doing. Boop, boop. The challenge stuff. They're actually voice acting in my Arknights?
이럴 때마다 로도스 아일랜드가 조금 더 컸으면 좋겠다라는 생각을 하지만 이미 클로저가 밤낮 없이 개조에 힘쓰고 있는 상황이기도 하고 더 부탁하기도 미안할 정도야. 이번에 들어온 감염자 중엔 어린아이가 많았어. 나이가 어리다고 이 대지가 자비를 베풀
Yeah, you know what? Your children will grow up without any wars.
아이들은 우리의 희망이야. 아이들을 돌볼 줄 아는 의사도 많지 않은 게 약간 걱정이긴 해. 아이들이 귀엽기는 하지만 가끔 말을 듣는
Children never change.
꽤 골치가
But hey, we build a cuteness into them, so we don't just abandon them in the forest.
아스카론마저 자기 몸을 잘 챙기지 않던데. 아스카론? 네가 왜 여기에? 아니, 난 네 이름을 부르지 않아.
I have complete 15. Oh, need to. Oh, can I get it? How does the rest of this work? Let me actually look up in the wiki again. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, 1420. Okay, I do only miss the secret and the loot there, which means I do need to do. I should have done 1421 with Amir. This was this fight. Yeah. So I need to do 1418 also with Amir in the squad. So let's do that. Can I? Not sure if I need to do them standard at least, but actually, does it matter what I even select for the stamina? Okay, this would be... But I don't think this counts as a 3-star, right? Okay, it's slightly annoying. And I mean, both are 24. Oh, it was this fight. That was slightly annoying. You know what? Let's do it like this. There goes my stamina. What does this Amir actually do? Attack speed plus 16 heals all nearby allies within a certain range by HP equal to attack up in each attack. Performs an attack with 70% attack against all enemies in range. Inflicting minus attack speed and movement speed. Ooh. Every enemy hit, attack up, subsequent damage becomes 2. Strength. Oh, it can only... Why does she also only use once per battle abilities? Well, she is peak I'm a doctor, but Coxgun. Well, okay, fair enough.
알겠습니다.
Then let's quickly do this again. I even know that we just need to form a pile and we'll be fine.
알겠다고. 서두를 필요 없어. 각자 몫은 챙겨줄게.
총알 뷔페는 이쪽에 순서대로 줄 서주세요.
우연히도 생존의 놈들은 정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
Right, something. Maybe I should have this time gone to try to stop those things, but Actually, I think not you, I think this is how I killed you last time.
만일을 위해서 한 번 더 묻는데
어른과 노인, 누가 사라지네.
Also, maybe go for a heal. Guess this would be the best spot actually for you, but it's also kinda awkward since... Is it awkward? A little bit, but you know, why not?
야, 눈 크게 뜨고 있으려는 노력을 해볼게.
노인, 모든 것을 묻어버리기를 기다리도록 하지.
How do we do this? Guess you can stand here and do your thing.
너 배기! 아니, 이거 칼이 아니었어. 못했어. 야!
But I don't think we can at this point lose it already.
제격전 최종 조정 심판.
Maybe put you here. Guess being central does make sense. You could have it more. Put you here.
전진하겠다.
다들 이쪽으로 와.
We should at least deploy the new Amir.
너 배기!
But hey, do we really... If we have only overpowered characters, put you in the bottom.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진 장치를
Okay, show me the Amir.
저와 테레시아 씨의 감.
And now we just stand around and wait.
결단을 내리도록 잘못된 길을.
It is a bit sad how much the new units always civilize everything. I know I do like her design actually.
리더.
Mia's cute.
베르스게요.
Nobody's surprised.
정토를 더럽힌 것을 후회하게 되리라.
응고되어라.
나를 누가 당신의 보고를
No, it's not
듣게
yet.
되었지.
This was just
생각해본 적 있어?
guns firing at us again.
포기하지 마.
I mean, I feel like for sure this was more a cinematic encounter.
응고되어라.
I guess it's kind of sad that the main story chapters basically don't have... Actually, that's what the hell stages are for, so I'm realizing just never do the hell stages. We need to go back to them at some point. I want to say, like, the neat part about, like, bosses in side stories is that at least when the X stages roll around and stuff like that, you have a decent B fight where, you know, they might actually be dangerous. No, we just press buttons and wait.
돈이 없네. 오늘 당첨은 너야.
Not sure. Oh, I want to make it stop. Not sure if it matters what we're actually doing or not. But hey, we can press funny buttons.
니놈한테는 볼일.
Look at her go.
알겠다고. 다리 볼티지 말아야지.
I didn't know. Clicking is hard apparently.
월급은 제일 먼저 받아갈 거니까.
매번 카운트다운 한다고 말한 적이 있던가?
Right. I think we did it. It was one hell of a boss fight. I guess he tried at least something new. But yeah.
이 정도로 멈출 거라 생각하지 마라.
전부 사냥의
Sure, we can save this. Man, that was 24/7 of just that one drop. I feel ripped off. Secret story stage unlocked. Yippee! Okay, I think at least I also got a lock. EG6, the Lingering Mercy. The future of sailing up in a Chandler land belongs to all of you. I mean, it must have been hype back in the day, realizing there's a secret stage, you know, and you get more epilogue to your epilogue after you have been waiting for this for months. This is an eternal journey, one that promises to never end. Myriad souls have long since fallen into silence, their forms nearly worn away by the ravages of time. Only their king still moves forward, for the sake of them all. Louisa has no intention of stopping. She had traveled to the depths of Civilite Eterna several times in the past, but this time her wanderings are slightly different. She no longer stops to draw from the vast sea of knowledge within. She is merely here to see. Use her own eyes for one last time to see the peoples and affairs of the lands. To see what happens, or perhaps what has not yet happened. Fairmont? Fairmont. Oh, close enough, there's a lot of names. I do know that he's the boss at some point in my life. So in the end, she managed to make it this far. Now, what should I praise Her Highness for? Her stubbornness, her incredible talents. Pah! Forget it. No matter if I scold her or praise her, the Myriad souls wouldn't be able to hear it. Let us put the situation Victoria aside for the moment. The Visas and Nesserslam will sort out that mess. Next we have military commission spies all stuffed into Wasserland's spires. They're itching to pit the goats and cats against one another. As soon as they can, also they avert their eyes from Castle. Keep your threats tidy, damn you. Remember, we too will be scurrying out of here forthwith. That boastful sheep is unlikely to tolerate us lurking about underneath her nose any longer. I've already crumbled to Lacamarine about how that pair of siblings is far too radical. We'll have all sorts of trouble breathing down our necks soon, mark my words. You'd best make haste on your work in Castle, Ermengarde. I'm looking forward to my Ermengarde. I wonder if will Lifeine actually be relevant at all for the third story arc? I would be eating good. Might mean more Lifeine operators. For Visas' plan, to be fair, Visas' plan does not completely succeed. The armies of Victoria, no, Lithanian and other nations of the core will immediately march on Castle. We must inherit the legacy of Babel, protect that city. We must not let what happened 200 years ago repeat itself once more. Wait, did that threat just move? Was that you, Ermengarde? I see. Hope. I truly dislike having to hear that word. It does seem like a path forward has opened for us. Isn't that right, Your Highness? Visa sees the tiniest of smiles break to the elderly Lich's solemn visage. She loosens the transparent thread running to the depths of the void, giving her old friend a nod as he paused his complaints for a moment, before setting off for a more distant lands. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to know those bosses already or not, but I do love your staff. That is a cool staff. Okay, I really do like the staff design. I normally already like my mage staffs with just flowers, but you kinda having modernized crystal with everything is cool. I love arcs already, whenever I meet her in the story. That shadow has changed. This I see. Yet another omen of yours. Not completely. For seeking me out to inform me of what you have foreseen. You have my thanks. But my mind is unchanged. The taint that the demons bring with them is spreading. And if all we do is move south over and over again, Sami is doomed to be drowned in that filth. Even if everything I see pertaining to your future is in tragedy. I always knew it will. Okay, Mr. Edgelord. He has the haircut for it for sure. As early as the time I became a snow priest. No, ever since I was born on this ice field. Ever since I became a Sami warrior, I knew what my end would be. I do not fear death. I also do not fear demons stealing my body, turning me into an enemy that sows corruption with every step. There will be younger warriors following in my footsteps, heading for the furthest reaches of the north. If, by some misfortune, we were to meet, we'll use the bows and staffs to cleanse my body of its stains. The will to protect Sami will not so easily die out. It is thanks to this that I do not consider this outcome a tragedy. If that is the case, then good fortune to you, Expeditioner. Please, take this. A Foldate? A parting gift. I have heard that most of the Cyclops clans have decided to leave Sami, but you have chosen to stay behind. There was a prophecy about the survival of this land. We must make it manifest. Sami will thank you for many years of toil, Sarkas. You have shared your foresight with me, so in turn, will grant you a sound I have heard. Just emulates the mating call of, I don't know, an elk. Moose sounds. A horn resounds across the ice field. It's a signal from the expedition. I also wait to greet others across great distances. Perhaps the Cyclops will not return to Castle, but this frozen land is already her home. Visa's gaze overlaps with Arches. He looks at the wondrous pattern inscribed upon the wood given to her by the Snow Priest. Exlon. Flora and fauna flourish and fall. Last year everlong. This is the secret stage, yeah. Hey, it's Nasty. I totally know her. Found it. These readings. It's definitely near. Watch your step. My calculations can't be wrong. We're standing on the greatest archaeological discovery in Columbia. No, in all the nations. So, how should we go about digging a hole as fast as possible? I'd like to send myself down there alongside some energy cables. Mayim wouldn't be happy. He would definitely prefer we explore and excavate with more care. But who asked him to go north and never return? Are engineering sections in charge of this? I could already begin work before I notified you. Very good. Would you mind if I'm the first one down? I mean, it feels awkward. I'm not okay, I probably should already know Nast. He probably would have appeared at Loneville or something. But yeah, I guess this is peak. So you think this game's over. Look at all these other things happening. And I guess, you know, look forward to future story. God. Oh? You ever use incantations during your work? To make sure that the people around me don't go fainting at the sight of some circus parlor tricks. I should probably give you the whole safety procedure spiel. Control, but I doubt you're in any mind to listen. Military and the mainlanders will be here soon. Whatever you're hoping to find, you need to make it quick. I will. Before my eyes are blinded by the shroud of death, I must see all that I wish to see. Verweeser sees. Time moves forward once more, by a stitch. You can feel this place reject her. He thinks back many years ago, to the first time she drew near to the heart of the Woods Island landship alongside Kal'Tsit. This place is similar, a place she has never set foot upon, a divine residence. Unknown language, huh? A cute little being has just left, but then in comes another intruder. Oh? Perhaps not. Within those ripples of data tagging along behind you, I sense something familiar to me. Perhaps you're like me. Someone left behind in the past. A spirit with no choice but to struggle to an age not of your own. What has kept you going on your long sojourn? Perhaps a feeble, dim hope like mine? Or perhaps the cherished memories of kin you cannot see any longer? Okay, man. I for sure know what's happening. Let's go. Yeah, I totally know you, Claudia. I mean, first I will do Loneville and then... Okay, first I will do all the other side stories that wrap up the Victoria arc, then I will do Vinelab, and then I will see how I am actually faring with time. But I really want to also do the Seaborn storyline for sure. Take care around my lands, Dr. Kal'Tsit. May tear your paper skin. No matter. There's nothing below the surface of the sea worthy of your attention at this point in time. What is it that you have fixed your gaze upon? A few memories, that's all. I once believed that Aegir was far removed from the land, that the problems it faced were of a different kind to ours. But perhaps I might not have been completely correct. I'm surprised to see you question yourself. I merely do not wish to arrive late a second time. The ocean's troubles are not so independent of the land's. Then the threats that we face may intersect with one another. This would be a situation worse than our prior worst-case scenarios. Luckily, we have the opportunity to seize the initiative before the crisis detonates. I hope that you can keep that level of confidence when you accompany me on my return to Aegir. The ones I trust are the hunters, Claudia. Most amusing Thetans. The abyssal hunters had emerged from the seafloor onto Twiland. How they prepare to return. I've seen you all change along your journey. Change? Not quite what I expected. You will find yourself back at your starting point. No matter if it is you, Skadi or Spectre, or your colleague who chose to walk along his own path of life. Man, wonder what... wanted to say wonder what your weapons sing. Ulpinus. Just make yourself ready. When the time comes, you will find yourself with different perspectives on Aegir, on the sea and the land, and on the calamities that we must face together. That is far more valuable than any physical bridge between our peoples. Motes of light float above the water's surface, casting clear shadows beneath them. Just like the bridge that Kal'Tsit spoke of. Visa steps atop this bridge, spanning the void. Time speeds up, the waves matching its speed. She finds it difficult to control how her consciousness advances. Kal'Tsit. Kal'Tsit. Visa tries her best to turn her head back, look up on her friend, and her friend's friends, new and old, standing behind her, until they merge together with the motes of light. The motes expand. Let's go, this is actually Latavano, isn't it? Finally, a reference I get. The former king of Sarkas finds herself standing in the middle of the church, bathing in the purest light, a holy light. He stands face to face with the Sancta Pope, despite Halo wringing his head. A young messenger met by chance by the riverside, a gentle old man in front of the church windows. She remembers him, and time has not changed her judgment. It has been quite a while since any new names have emerged. Is that a good thing? We've had many new saints within a few short years. With some of their number, I found myself hard-pressed to agree on the appointment. Okay, but no, Federico, actually you don't need any other saints in Federico, you are right. I still do not know what roles these saints will play in the future. Since there have been no further saints chosen, Your Holiness, does this mean that the crisis might have already passed? You are very optimistic. I hope that our Latavano can stay as optimistic as you for a very long time. However, it has never fallen silent in the past. Your Holiness, for a moment, I wasn't able to feel. No, how could this be? The light dies out. First a lantern, then an entire city block. From the Tower of Revelations to the Notarial Hall in Parcus Mechanion, then on the Sunset Chapel in Parcus St. Marcel, then the Chapel Square. It all plunges into darkness. It is swift, it is chaotic, and cannot be held back. The ice field, the ocean, the land. All the signs foretell the suffering that the people of tomorrow will face, just like the suffering she has seen many a time within Civilite Eterna. She emerges from the darkness, soft golden sands shift beneath her feet. Ruins, crystal clusters, sand dunes. Everything before her eyes looks strange and unfamiliar. Raising her head above the sandy squall, she hears, sees, feels the presence of that lonely girl. The one walking right towards her, a figure wrapped in a cloak. The girl raises her hood. Urchin blooms under the girl's feet like marks in the snow. Visa sees her rhomboid pupils. You are... Ah. The sand sweep across her view, covering her eyes. Was this priestess? Should I be concerned? This is not the end, but this is the furthest that Theresa can go. The darkness presses in on her, driving her way forward. Covers her eyes, smothers her thoughts. Only her passionate emotions remain, still echoing through the eternal darkness. She once held countless questions as she walked up on her journey, but once she reached her end, all that she desired was a simple answer. Aww, well, it was worth it for the smile. Even if she's crying too. In these futures, and perhaps once even further away, are the people I love still there? Theresa urgently searches, turning towards the only light within the darkness. She has found the answer. Right? That was like ominous things to look forward to, I guess. There's also one more thing, but wouldn't it be totally out of order? Or, I don't know how to best check for those complete. Maybe I just try to do more of the mini game, and I will try to probably come back to this one day. I mean, we have the questionnaire thing we can do. I need probably to set up for a second how I best do this without doxing myself. You can do that. Let's do that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I still have like an hour left. Maybe do just more of the hidden front, but I will say hidden. It's neat to have, but it's probably not the most engaging thing to watch. I feel like, or what I can comment on, for sure. Yeah, I need my email. Let's go. I think I have good emails in my main email address, but it's my gacha email address. Fun fact: I have an email account just for my gacha games. I'm living my best life. Up. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Signed code. A verification code is 6 and a 7 at the end. Let's go. Boop. I agree to your terms of service. Okay, it's just started playing, that's wood. Okay, I also should... I guess we can stay in this background, but we turn the music down again. Then I also need to figure out how I best capture this without... Actually, that's... do I need... I do need some of my browser windows actually open. Would be good to have. Let's close the emails, so this way I cannot dox myself. Actually... I guess I will go quickly to the BRB screen. Yippee. Then studio mode is a cool feature that OBS has that I like never use. Let me go back for me to the other scene. I have not. I guess I don't have any source left to just window capture my Firefox. I guess I should have also used my Chrome, but can I get just a window capture? Call it Firefox. Select this window to capture. Stand by her side, EB. Let me do this. I'll be there soon. I also realized the music on the screen might be blasting a bit for me talking over it. Okay. Good enough. Up. This is fine. I love this. This is where it's not creative, like somewhat of an overlay. Just adding something quickly is a pain. Let's put you above this. Beautiful. Okay. Here we are! Yippee! I'm so great at setting up things. Okay. Many recent happenings have left you confused, and you find it difficult to accept them. I feel like I can accept it what happened. You find it hard to believe the mission others have tasked you with will succeed. My friends believe in me, I disagree. You suspect your judgment and choices have been wrong for a long time. You believe it is time to abandon some things. Honestly, on a personal level with my life, yes, agree. Thank you for your cooperation, Dr. Leimer. Next, I will ask for your opinion on specific ideas to examine your judgment and logic skills. Are you ready? I'll be honest. The value of life varies based on the individual's cognitive abilities and competency. No. You know, I think life is equally as valuable. Survival is civilization's top priority. Top priority. That's a good question. I mean, that's also how you do define survival. But I think a society should make, and civilization should make sure that, you know, for the next generation, that I think there's a good world. And I guess survival does include this, so I agree. Following the previous question, value of a civilization can also be measured and compared. I disagree. I'm not an ancient. Okay. We do not need to combine all the shards again. The purpose of civilization indirectly frames the rules of conduct for every individual life within it. Hot take. I know. The purpose of civilization indirectly frames the rules of conduct for every individual life within it. I would say that's true. I feel like, you know, the civilization does kinda shape a lot of the people that are living inside it and what is like, what they in their moral code think morally right and etc. So yes, I agree. Following the previous question, the rules governing civilization are the only tool with which individuals may fight against predestined doom and annihilation. Rules governing civilization are the only tool. Nah, there's more than you can do with just changing. I will say there's more than just the rules of the governing civilization. I guess the wording is a bit here. There's other ways. You don't need to be the government to change the public opinion on things, etc. So I disagree on that one. Biological life is not the only form of life. Well, we are living in interesting times. Especially with AI and everything, huh? You know, ideally, I feel like creating artificial life is a storm in a bottle we should just never even get to. There's a lot of things to discuss then, huh? I mean, once we have no AI or anything that is at any point close to it, but once you have a sentient AI that with own emotions, own memories, etc., it would still be a form of life. So yeah. Impossible hope is sort of a lie. I mean, if you face it as impossible hope, then I guess you could say it's a lie. But then there's also the thing, are all lies bad? Sort of a lie. You know what, I'm disagreeing just because I'm hope-pilled actually. I have inhaled so much copium in my life. Is this the reason why you persist with such absurd actions? Have you begun taking precautions? I could not. Please refrain from taking unnecessary precautions. Before you simply treat this as a normal conversation. Now, carefully recall everything you've ever done, and answer the following questions. Please be candid with me, alright? Alright. A betrayal with a reason ought to be forgiven. I mean, I feel if it's an understandable reason and everything, then yeah. You know, just saying with reason is funny wording for a question for sure. Like, I can just backstab my friend to get, like, I don't know, a nice gummy bear before they eat it. That would be not a... In a sense, it's a reason, not a good reason, though. But yeah, instead of going on to semantics, we can forgive betrayals if they are justified. Concealment for a selfless reason should not be taken as deception. Concealment for a selfless reason should not be taken as deception. I mean, it's still a lie and deception, even if you do it for good reasons. Oh, I disagree with this one. You know, you will understand me. Okay, back me. The test has concluded. Thank you for your cooperation. Please believe me when I say there is meaning in every choice you make. Synchronized. Okay. Yeah, I think we did it. Let's hide this again. That was very short for sure. Oh, is there anything? I just don't want to click on anything funny, and yeah, I think that was it. We are synchronized. Priestess now knows my moral alignment. Cool. Ah. You have like an hour. I mean, even if I click on that one secret place, that's not gonna buy myself that much time. I guess we could start one of the side stories. Now you get a fun ecstasy in the next chapter. Yippee! Now Priestess will be upset with me and be like, man, Doctor, you're an idiot. Man. Actually, what would be the next of the really important ones after this? I guess. Oh, this comes also beforehand. I should also really read Castalian Rescue. That's for sure. I guess we could start with reading to Ending a Grand Overture. I guess. I guess we can do that. Well, yeah, I did the stages there already, so no, we need to do the stages. We are gonna, at least while I mainline this story, or main story. Actually, or maybe I think this was a very important one. Castalian Rescue is probably also a good one to read. I feel like that might have still main story connections, so yeah. But yeah, I'm reaching the point where I actually played the game, which is amazing, huh? So now I might have already done basically the stages of anything we're gonna do for a little bit. Till we go to Vine Labs and I have nothing done. Okay, let me change maybe the title. and leading. This is the actual name before. No, it's yeah, little above ending. Go. I think I also now need to actually put the game volume up again. Yippee! Audio mixing. What is it? History is like a sailing ship adrift, the course of which no one can predict. Siege Diary. Isabel Montague, loyal Victorian knight of the Tower, once said, "History is like a granary. You're gonna plunder it and set it on fire. It stands in silence amidst the bustling estate, an unremarkable sight with a somewhat unpleasant scent of mold. All I ever thought of when storing something away. Containment, silently containing things is its sole purpose. As for people, like stalks of wheat growing out in the fields, waving the elements so they might sport those precious ears. What you have experienced will become shining, golden grain, stored within the granary called history. It's more apt to say that history is a showroom of human lives." Shining and golden? Yeah, I'd say that was a shining golden life. Oh yeah, I really hope that... I would love to see what happened to Favises. Oh, okay, we also see Lion back then. I do really like the second story. I guess I should also take some time to even talk about that. We're not fully finished yet, Abi, since he had this and also the Necros event. I said it already before. Bits, I feel like since there was so much happening overall and plot lines, some things really fell to the wayside. Not a sand. I don't think so. Or if it is, then I'm... So yeah, like, that, I feel like I like Dublin as a plot point, but in the main story, they didn't do much. Like, after chapter 9, like the first chapter of the story arc, it was really so sidelined and everything. I wonder if at some point they had some slightly rewrites or something like that, or, you know, went with something different than they originally planned during the second story arc. At least, It's just, there was, like, chapter 9 was so good, and then it all, you know, got kinda abandoned immediately. At least for me, feels-wise. And hey, hopefully those two events will the hole I have for it. But yeah, there's also... Okay, it's not like the story is already long enough, but there could have just been more things they concentrate on. Or like... I feel like, basically for the Sunken arc, could have maybe done a bit more... Could have done a bit more for a few of the Sarkas characters, actually, I feel like. Honestly, I'm also a bit sad. I guess Wizard got her new clothes from the spooky cave, but maybe could have also gotten a bit more explanation into it and what they did actually there to really resurrect Fervisa and everything. I mean, I know it cannot happen again, but still, it would have been interesting to see, and you know, what is up with the Mothman being part of the Chimera and stuff like that. So yeah, that's like the Sedge part. And, you know, the reveal at the end of... I can see how even people that don't like the story arc are like hyped for chapter 14, at least its end. Because, you know, getting all the original lore basically is kinda hype. And overall that seems in the original. That was like peak. That was peak. But yeah, back to actually also reading the story. Maybe once I've simmered on it. I mean, I should do at some point even update my tier list for side events. Maybe I can also see up about my opinion on the second story arc a bit on Twitter or something like that. Or hey, I could make a YouTube video out of it. Now that's content, baby. But I liked it. But I guess I really also just like stories that go into political stuff and like that. Like, it's also why I like Log Horizon, which everybody I made watch in their lives hated because I guess it's very slow and has a lot of just political shenanigans and stuff like that. But yeah, baby, that's what I live for. And I guess a lot of at least what's happening with Dukes and Victorian stuff like that is that. But yes, time for our Aslan King. Mina, the sword is yours. It's your destiny. Father, is this... Mina, the hell are you doing? Stop swinging already. You've nearly beaten him dead. No, fuck. A mouse. I love this. Mina, it's time. Got it. Mina, who do you wish to be when you leave this palace? She just wants to be Siege Man. I choose... Perhaps this is how history runs its course. Those caught up in its flow won't accept things as they are. They will resist it with all their might. But reality always comes crashing down, slamming you into the ground over and over. You've got no choice but to get back up and figure a way to stand firm. You know the fight will never end, and you've got to make ready for the next fist in your face. Until you've circled round and round to find yourself back where you started. A bit by some different path. Wait, now that I think about it, Lecter might have said millstone. This is like a millstone? Man, I think Morgan is just hungry. I forgot what metaphor she used exactly. Just, it's got to do with a mill or a windmill or something. That sort of thing that'll get people thinking of the sunset. Ah, forget it. Never much fancied the way she talks or I would like. When all's done, I'm here to record this heart-pounding moment in history. As a witness to this particular point, as one who personally experienced some of these events, I felt the need to share the tale with those who come after. It's worth remembering, considering the many bitter lessons learned, must not be forgotten with too many painful sacrifices made. Safe to say, the story is so twisty and turny that if you weren't there to see for yourself, you would never guess where it ended up. Okay, I'm taking bets now. Will Siege actually be fine with being the ruler of Victoria, or will she say just, nah man, and just... Okay, we're not gonna kill off all the Dukes, that's for sure. Hey Jay, how you doing? I will do a slurp. It's not a healthy slurp because it's allergy thing, but hey. But yeah, I still feel like she's at least very against it. Maybe we can just, I don't know, maybe it's time to abandon monarchy in Britain. Slurp is a slurp and know nothing about this, that's fair. I hope you're just doing overall fine. At least, I wanted to see, I guess you're just used to heat, but You're not a filthy European that is not used to heat, caught in a heat wave. It's like incredible. I'm living in a basement and it's like past 9. And honestly, it is still fucking hot. History is like a sailing ship adrift. And every age sees its share of experienced helmsmen who think to change its course. But in the end, none will truly ever know where the sunset and the river will take them. I've been hot since March. What do you mean? Yeah, but now we Europeans are suffering. And we're getting cooked. But in the end, no one will ever truly know where the sunset, the river will take them. Ah, sod it. I don't need a copy to feel of those historical novels I read. It's my book. Why shouldn't I write it like how Venus Governess talks? She has been hot since the he just was born hot. Let me have a think on how I'd tell the story my way. That makes me... You're not that old. Okay, that is beautiful. That's like the level of what I could draw. I do like Siege's Tale. I'd be born confused and broken. Hey. And hot. You just forgot the hot part. This here's a tale of how a hoodlum became a hero. It's all about courage, friendship, conviction, and power. Look at how happy she at least is. The heir to the king leaves the palace, and when she returns home, she's already fit to be called hero, standing alongside her merry band of mates. This epic begins the summer of the year we left, in the factories of Londinium's Snurport borough. They were the happiest days of my life. Now see drawings of an actual artist. Manchester. Thistle. Got any more? No. Clue? Bert, give me a hint already. Mina, you really gonna watch me embarrass myself like this? Hey, it's your bet. I can't say anything. That's right. Wouldn't be fair otherwise. That girl with the energy twink is either me. Okay, or who? Or the purple guy at the side is me. You're not just heroically in the back looking badass. But yeah, you know, you could make a siege. Don't give up now, Intva. Victoria's got at least 6 years of nomadic cities. If you can think of one more, you're 6 of the way there. That's musty. I'm on the sidelights in the hermit, man. My whole life I've never left Londinium. It's my home. Why the hell would I remember what some cities miles away are called? Must be real fond of cleaning up the alleys back home then. Damn it, I shouldn't be acting like a smartass. Oh, Hannah, do you still recall the time you went to the video shop? After we were done duffing the Lane brothers up? I think I do. Didn't the film have a manor with white walls on the Queen Lawn? Was it some kind of romance? It just went on and on. Then, do you remember what the leading lady loved eating the most at the nobles' banquets? Sidemouth butter and vanilla roast foul beast. I mean, putting enough butter on any meat makes it tasty, I get it. Yeah, sidemouth, that's 10. Mina. You really are the best when it comes to leading, Lina. I'll follow you my entire life. I will. So, Wolsey's on your shoulder. Lyra looking at the sky, Mastis and Ali looking at heroically, Arctos enjoying the drink, and I'm the one sipping on the side. Fair. Fair. At least we're all having a good time. Well, no need to get all sappy on me now. Alright, Morgan, you lost. Here's your twink. You know, Vina helped her out, Bert. And whatever's twink's a twink. Morgan, it's your turn to pick up the protection money from the factories on Old Farley Road. Yippee, I love extortion. Don't forget to help clean up the alleyways behind Old Hank's sandwich shop. It's time like these that Glasgow feels spread a bit thin. Yeah, we need to hire more people. Become our own government. One day, I'm gonna make all of Londinium into Glasgow gang turf. And all those fees will come straight to us. Alongside the best sandwiches in the city. Let's go. No, that's what it's all about in life. Just having something nice to drink and sandwiches. What else do you need? Just hanging out with your mates like that. If you took all of Victoria under your wing, would you even protect them? Who would you even protect them from? The Gaulish? Maybe those snotty nobles. It's time to eat a rich baby. Who knows, some tosser's bound to show his face sooner or later. Nobody can't make do without us, and neither can Londinium. There'll come a day when Glasgow's the heroes of the whole city, just you wait. Not wrong, I'd say. Indeed. Here's to the Glasgow gang. Most important gang in town. To the Glasgow gang! And then they all died of alcohol poisoning. The end. Oh, we are very noble. Look at this animation. So finally, I don't need to read Victoria 9 AM, weather cloudy. Did you enjoy the play? Good ending. Oh no. The Victorian Duke's daughter falls in love with a handsome circus youth. What is this? Shakespeare? In order to eliminate his formidable rival, the would-be suitors conjure all sorts of dreadful devilish plots. Who would have thought the playwright who penned The Lady of Windsor could produce such a provocative work, albeit only after a hefty writer's fee? Hey, the power of money or something. What do you think, Lady Allerdale? Let's go more Allerdale lore before she perishes. I can't say I'm too fond of the ending of Cemeteries of Londinium, Elmore. Under the heavy hand of persecution, Duke's daughter and the Sarkas led elope, united in death as they are buried together in a public cemetery. Conclusion that's far too formulaic. I never expected a young lady such as yourself to have the tastes of a harrowing critique. This is such a good side story. Yippee! It makes me happy. You know, it's nice that, you know, you have Arknights to make you happy. I mean, I feel like any of the side stories that are, like, very integral to the main plot line are, like, generally good. There was not one I was disappointed in so far. But it's also, like, only the side stories I played most of. It's not enough to bring tears to your ears. Ears, eyes. You know, who doesn't cry with their ears? Whose eyes? Do Cavendish's or the Sarkas regions? Tears will only serve to blind us, my lord. Yeah, get rid of your emotions. though often an accomplice to popular works harboring ill intent. You are not immune to propaganda. A shame, truly. Here I was thinking you would have some empathy for the leading lady. What, with her bound to a fate beyond her control? I'm so dreadfully sorry. May forgive my inadvertent offense. You must know that my family was once on good terms with the Cumberlands. Until you were not rich. I don't really mind. It's common knowledge that Her Grace the Duke of Castor aided me at my lowest. I have only gratitude for her. I see no shame in my circumstances either. Then, since you're taking part in today's festivities, may I take your words as Her Grace's own thoughts? You may consider them a friendly reminder. Londinia should be wary of those mercenaries from Castor. Heaven forbid, some ridiculous a story to sow the seeds of pity and sympathy in their unwitting minds. Okay, maybe they should be a bit cautious, but also we should not be racist against every last Sarkas, okay? Castle is far, far away. They simply don't understand these Sarkas in the slightest. Do not allow tears to blind their judgment, my lord. Your words would fodder a talented playwright. Bringing the citizenry to tears would hardly be a difficult thing for a duke, I see. This is also Her Grace's opinion on the matter. No matter what you might think of this playwright, I do believe The Lady of Windsor is a rare work of art. I wholeheartedly invite you, and perhaps Duke Cavendish, to give it for read through. No, those sex scenes, they go wild, baby. Finns have not the limbs to drag themselves out of the swamp. Mine has not the eye to see beyond time. If Duke Cavendish can understand these words and take them to heart, while keeping a wary eye on this matter, he can avoid becoming the next Duke Windsor. No offense meant, of course. I must say I quite enjoy your incisive view on this topic, Lady Aladale. The eye to see beyond time, a rare thing indeed. In comparison, ambition beyond one's means is as cheap as chips, wouldn't you say? I can't say I disagree. Despite the many years past, there are still those who have not forgotten that Victoria once had a king. And there are those who carry the former heir to the throne in mind, alongside its sword of royal authority. Okay, but how many countries do actually have a magic sword? That's cool. Duke Castor's actions are hardly inscrutable. Whenever she dispenses advice to the other dukes, do not forget that there are eyes upon her in turn. I will inform Her Grace, my lord. It's getting late. I fear I must be heading off. Not staying for dinner, Lady Cumberland. I have an appointment with my tailor to prepare some winter clothes. I'm sure you're aware that summer Londinium lasts but a few fleeting days. Man, I wish this was me. But winter? Winter never comes late. Okay, Miss Jon Snow. Then I shan't keep you any longer, my lady. I shall send a ticket for opening night to you beforehand. If Her Grace would like to watch, Duke Cavendish would happily sponsor the troupe to tour the Castor's domain. I pray that Her Grace will not be blinded by her own tears. A most suffocating banquet, was it not? Oh. And who might you be? I'm leading the resistance. You may call me Clovicia. Based on the distinctive white hair of yours, you must be Lady Aladale Cumberland. Madame Ailshire of your estate has ordered some outfits for the upcoming season from our shop, but I'm afraid we haven't finalized the details of yours quite yet. Sorry, couldn't help but overhear a conversation with Earl Morris. Seems your reputation as a critic of the arts is well earned. You flatter me. I presume you too are concerned about the present situation in Londinium. Hardly. Just rather difficult to not listen in as the clientele discuss the recent changes when you work at a tailor's. It's getting dark. I should head home. Once you settled on a design, please have Madame Aishi contact me at your convenience. Alright? Right. Speaking of Madame Aishi, she asked me to pass you to Londinium daily. Yeah, well. Might as well see if there's anything else noteworthy today, I suppose. I wish us fallen Norpad Borough? Let's go see Chatfan. Is that? Fucking L! That's bloody ridiculous is what it is. It's the third time this month. Been accident after accident here in the factory ever since the scoundrel took over the Union. Watch close enough and you start to notice how whenever some thief soul puts out a complaint about the Union, he ends up dead in some freak accident a few days later. Let's go then already. Take me to him. I'm gonna see just how fast the bastard's spoils are. Calm down. Union handles union business. The street handles street business. That's the rule. Giving every bastard I see a right thrashing's my rule. I know, of course I know. But we've got no other choice. The Union's keeping it all hush-hush inside the factory. Not even the coppers can investigate. His new foreman, Johnny, right? Who's behind him? I remember hearing he's got some big name backing him. A relative of Duke Cavendish, apparently. You mean Duke Cavendish? Close enough. Yeah, that's the one. Is he trying to get anything out of you lot? Hasn't been asking for money or any of the sort. But ever since she became foreman, lots of the important jobs are getting taken up by workers from outside. I see. Get on back. We need to talk this over a bit. What are you waiting around for, Morgan? Are you gonna let these bastards do as they like? It's not that simple. You hear the man? This isn't your average union tosser. He's got the backing of a duke. Why is he going out of his way to play tyrant in some little factory though? Who cares why? Since when did we need a reason to take out buggers like him? Exactly, you know, stand up for the little man. I know Londinium's rather restless these days. The Duke's been playing their games around the clock. Don't tell me you haven't noticed all these fresh faces on the street lately. You know, they're just all moving in. Time to come up with a plan, Bina. You're all ears. Since we've taken the protection money, it's up to us to do the legwork. Let's go have a chat with this bastard of a foreman. Doesn't matter if he's got a duke behind him. That's more like it. Alright, if you say so, Vina. But just to be safe, we should scope out the factory a bit. Get some info. You with me, Bert? Sure. You know, at least you do the work for the money when they extort it. Hey, why didn't you ask me? What's wrong? You've been looking rather glum lately. It's nothing. I was just thinking. I might be enjoying myself a little too much. Turns out, what's better than being a knight? Just punching people. What? Not too happy here? You have a duty, Siege. I've told you before, Doctor. I found a life for myself now, so why? Is this life of yours helping your neighbors seek a justice of the streets? Then heading to the noble manors to lob a few twigs? Hey, apparently it is a fun pastime to just throw walks at rich people, is what my gacha games are trying to tell me. There's no escaping some things. You promised me you wouldn't talk about this in the gym. I stay by your side, waiting for the day you have your answer. Life is long, but the pivotal moments that change you, they're over in an instant. I recall that one afternoon, before the chaos of the storm struck us, when we could still enjoy those peaceful hours. Enver didn't speak to me the whole day on account of my hesitation. Bert had to stop in and smooth things over between us. By nightfall, we were all happy as could be, buying hot dogs and beer. I couldn't shake off the feeling that the Glasgow gang was about to enter the craziest chapter of the story yet. It wasn't until those wild dreams of ours came to an end that I realized the most pressing issue. The main character of this tale wasn't the Glasgow gang, it was Veena. Just Veena all along. Sorry, she is the main character. What's the matter, Aishi? Did you not instruct us to keep a close eye on Her Royal Highness Alexandrina's whereabouts? The chief of the Royal Police has just looked over the case file of that ghastly brawl in Norport. More of the video shop known as McLaren's Place, and the street gang going by the name of Glasgow. Here's a visual copy of the file. It's rather vague, merely a record of the involved parties, but I thought you ought to know. A fuzzy black and white photograph, a woman sucking on a lollipop, stares indignantly at the camera. She doesn't care, just stares at it. Person of interest sheet, self-identified. Miss Allerdale, if you are near certain she is Her Royal Highness, why not seek her out immediately? And what then? I bring her back to Campbell Manor? Or send her off to Castor? Whether or not she is Alexandrina no longer matters. The Dukes are watching her closely. She can escape them no longer. Sounds to me like she would be swallowed by the city itself. Maybe swallowed too, Aishi. I am willing to bet we're not the only ones with an interest in her. This matter has long since grown out of my control. Considering Duke Castor's orders, should you not find her and bring her to her grace? You know, you don't have concrete proof. Need some time to think, Aishi. Man, did already do a solid 2 siege in the past at least. Saw her once before. I saw Her Royal Highness on the lines with a sword. Was a great day. But no matter how you put it was such a long time ago. Things being what they are, it's an unknown higher truly so important. Hey, you know how politics are, huh? That's merely an inkling. From the very first time I saw her, so many years ago, I always believed she would change things. Let's go. There's a few workers I need to pop in on. I'd also like to know how Her Highness has been doing these past few years. Who's there? Man. Malmos is doing his job. The coast is clear. I've handled this side too. This is it, the place Charlie told us about. We had some chatter. Lately, the Union's been keeping a whole bunch of goods inside this old factory. Like they are a smuggling thing. Wonder if it already had something to do with the Sarkas. Charlie sees control of the Union not just to skim some funds, but to do this sort of business. What's inside those containers? Just open up and we'll find out. Anna, slow. Sorry, it was booby-trapped. Are those original weapons? Okay, that has to be to do with the Sarkas. They're not standard Victorian issue. No idea of the actual province, though. The Cavendish man sneakily taking over a factory. Also, he can move weapons from God knows where into Londinium? What's he playing at here? The Duke's quietly stockpiling weapons within the city can only mean one thing. It's time for war, baby! And now we left our fingerprints all over the place. What do we do now, Veena? Looks to me like it's something way bigger than we can handle. Can't handle it ourselves, but we can tell others. Got a light, Anna? Time to spread to the newspapers, for sure. Bloody hell, we can still see the factory burning from all the way out here. It's no laughing matter, Intra. Of course it is. We messed up some wicked Duke scheme. We did something really big here. And now they're gonna come for us. At least we can say we've done nothing wrong, yeah? Let the coppers handle the rest of it. They say Londinium's so big it defies borders, but times I feel it's rather small. Wouldn't you agree? Who would have thought I would meet you here, Alexandrina, your Royal Highness? Who are you? I'm Morrill, a humble guest at the Cavendish estate. Nobody in particular, yet I would say I'm one lucky chap. Know about the factory, know what Duke Cavendish is up to. So I can boast of sharing some of the Duke's burdens. I was not wholly in the know about his grace's plans for Londinium. However, at this moment, my only concern is you, your Royal Highness Alexandrina. I must say, seeing your Highness standing before me really does call to mind the sight of His Majesty. All those years ago. Man, you know, I still remember your dead father. Was a nice man. You and he are so very alike. The same childish sense of justice. The same price you must pay for clinging to it. Now that is just a vague threat. What do you want? Your little adventure with your friends this evening hardly matters, I say. A few boxes of lost merchandise is hardly anything compared to meeting you. Come now, at the very least, I'll let you chumps leave alive. No. You know, just say no and knock them out. The solution to all your problems other than explosives is just a punch. Vina, the hell are you doing? Stop swinging already. Nearly beaten him dead. It's fine. He's still breathing. Vina, what's this all about? Get out of here. The factory. All this was all my doing. Nothing to do with anyone else. Are you having a laugh? Vina, what was he saying? Why'd he keep calling you your Royal Highness? Well, okay, it's time to come clean. Cause she's the heir to the thrones of Victoria. No joke. How would he even believe that's true, though? The daughter of the late King Alistair II, Alexandrina Vina Victoria. I didn't mean to hide it. I just thought... it didn't really matter. You deaf, mate? I'm not asking who you are. I'm asking why you try and shoulder all this by yourself. Hannah. Sounds like there's a long story you need to be telling us. Sorry. No time for that. Save it. We need to leave. Right now. Where can we go, though? Out of the city. Right now. This instant. Immediately. I can't. We're nearly out of time. Once the police notice the factory up in flames, we'll contact the defense forces and shutter each and every port. When that happens, we'll be able to fly out, even with spotted wings. Don't worry about Norport. I hold the fort. You don't know how long you will say goodbye. Wait, Bert, you're not coming with? Hey, Morgan, say something, won't you? I get where she's coming from. The Glasgow's gang is always going to be home to us, Hannah. Someone's gotta welcome you lot home when you get back, right? People are watching you, but I'm sorry, Vina. We can't protect you. Against real titans like them, gang's nothing more than puny little muse beasts. You were never a Norporter, Vina. Or should I say, never only a Norporter. I knew from the day you joined us. It's all my fault. Just wanted to protect you all. But now, I've dumped a heap of trouble on your laps. Who would have known that my actions could have consequences? Not wrong. You're going to blame yourself, though. There's something I hope you keep in mind. Huh? Remember that you own Norport. Remember that one day we'll need to come back here to repay everyone. I swear I'll come back. Yeah, it's our turf after all. We'll snatch us right back someday. Are you really set on coming with me? There's no need to tangle yourself in all this. I'm your trusted advisor, Vina. I'm worried for you. I also need to write a book about you. If anyone comes looking to bother you, you're gonna need me to help bash their faces in. Wherever you go, Vina, I will follow. Never forget, Vina. No matter where you go, the Glasgow gang will be with you. I keep this place safe. We run it together, after all. I promise you, Bert, I'll bring everyone back. She didn't lie about that part. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Yeah, about that one. Here's to us, to the Glasgow gang. To the Glasgow gang! This is the end. Jesus, how long is this cutscene? Damn it, damn it! Oh, my lady! It's the Duke of Cavendish, man. My lady. I'll contact headquarters right away. Even if we must turn all of Londinium upside down. Huh. Suppress this event. Very well. I'm contacting the hospital. What? Suppress it? I have my hand at this. Nothing to come will have anything to do with the Norpad police. Do not worry. The chief of the Royal Police will not come calling on you about this or anyone else on scene, for that matter. Huh. I guess that's how they at least got to escape. Huh. Really? How can you be so sure? I cannot fix the future's course, sir. I'm guided towards a path of my liking. The city will soon be welcoming a host of visitors. You do not have more important things to handle. You, alright. Very well. This too is part of your destiny, Vina. I guess Siege actually has to thank a lot of people to actually, making it. When we found about Vina's past, I was amazed, sure. I was more pleasantly surprised, as it were. I could see the entire story in my mind's eye. Lost heir to the throne, a heroic fantasy rising from the streets. Stories usually start with someone leaving and end with a reunion. Reunion mentioned? But reality begs to differ. When we stepped out on the road away from home, none of us expected the way back could be so fraught with hardship. I'm fond of the words doctor spoke once we set foot in our home again, after many, many years away. History is like a sailing ship adrift, and every age sees its share of experienced helmsmen who think to change its course. But in the end, none will truly ever know where the sunset and the river will take them. Here I thought I would end the stream on time, baby. Hey, who are you? Here to get some rounds in the ring? I just wanted to catch up with the Queen. Yes. I'd like to ask if this is where the Glasgow gang is based. I'm looking for Siege. If I understand things right, she's your leader? Jim's only got one leader now. She's called Bert. Wait a sec. Look at your clothes. You're noble? Get out. You ain't welcome here. Pardon me then. Wait. You're looking for Vina? You know her? I'm an old friend of hers. Mia's out on a trip. If you got something to say, I can pass it on for you. Nothing in particular. Just that as a friend, I'm concerned about her current situation. Please let her know I'm wishing her all the best when you can. Sure, she's doing fine. I tell her on your behalf. Adele turns and leaves to message Jim. She knows the woman there wasn't lying, because she saw the photo hanging on the wall. The smiling face up on it. It's not time yet. In her fit of absent-mindedness, the deep resonant voice arises in her head once more. Aladale Cumberland. You will meet Vina again someday. You also better meet the lion again, okay? But yippee, that's it for today basically then. Let's see, is anybody I know streaming at this hour? Maybe, I guess I'm streaming so relatively late. It feels always bad that, everybody else already stopped at this time. But yeah, chapter 14, pretty good chapter. What can you say? I guess we can wait Starlight Akavi, I guess. Looks like she's doing Arknight stuff. Good enough. I'm not sure how I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I will see. But on Saturday, I guess I need to actually really manage that, but hopefully we'll have a Goober stream in the afternoon before the roleplay. That would be neat. And on Sunday, Terraria. Yippee! That is basically it. Thanks everyone for coming around and being here. See you hopefully again. Bye bye. Click the button twice, I'm stupid. But bye bye.